Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
It is.
Hello, and welcome to the Colby Sapp IndyCarTim show. I'm Colby Sapp. That's IndyCarTim. We've got Gary over in the box. He's doing the planking, twerking, and twanking. I don't know if I just made up a word called twanking. I don't know exactly what to do with that word.
Is that in country music?
It is. It's almost like a twang, except for that's when your guitar string breaks. So it's a twank. That's
Except
what happens.
if you play bass, it goes boom.
Right.
I mean, I think.
Are you sure?
I never broke one before.
You never broke a bass string before?
Blonk. But I can imagine when you go blonk. Mark that, by the way.
We have an exciting show for you guys tonight. A lot of stupid stuff crammed into a little tight condom, and we're gonna try not to make it explode on you. I don't know why I just said that.
That's how
either.
you know it's a good night.
Yeah, exactly. But I do have I have one thing that I'd like to get into, and then I think Tim has one thing he'd like to get into.
Oh, there's a couple of things I'd like. Oh, wait, that's not what I meant.
Huh?
Oh, y'all on y'all worst behavior.
What's her name again? You better text her.
What?
Huh?
I ran into a gym mimic today.
Gym mimic. You got to explain to me what a gym mimic was because I didn't know.
So a gym mimic is somebody that it may be their second or third time in a gym, and they really are just there to get things started, man. They want to get after it, right? But they haven't really done any research. They just on a whim got a gym membership and they show up and they just basically look around and kind of start copying what other people are doing. You don't run into gym mimics very much anymore because of YouTube and stuff like that, basically explaining, whole workout systems for free. But apparently this guy, who is about my size, about my weight, just maybe proportionally a little different.
Poor guy.
And I mean, he's a stocky dude.
Okay.
Right? And so I'm over in the dumbbell section. Today was chest, shoulders, and triceps. It's the push day of my workouts. And so I was doing dumbbell barrels, which, to explain that to you, you've got a slightly inclined bench, and I go grab the two 75-pound dumbbells, put them in the middle of my chest, and press up. And it's taken me quite a bit to get to that point because there's balance involved with 75-pound dumbbells because that is 150 pounds that you have trying to push. It's like a chest pass, but you're laying on your back, right? And so I was doing these, taking my normal 15 seconds rest and then going back and doing it again. And the whole time I felt, how you can feel people watching you? I felt this guy watching me like a hawk.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was on training in the field is basically what was happening. He was registering what I was doing, which if you're at a Planet Fitness, I don't suggest you register what anybody else is doing there because 9 times out of 10, ain't nobody really doing these exercises, right? Probably even myself.
It's a no judgment zone.
It is a no judgment zone. There is a reason behind that. Just go TikTok that.
Yeah.
All right. You'll find out. But I'd been doing this exercise for quite a bit, and he goes over and he didn't get the 75-pound dumbbells, but he grabbed the 70s.
He only went 5 down.
Oh, he only went 5 down. And I saw him. He set the bench to exactly the way I had it, and he did the knee lifts to get them centered just exactly like I did, and then he went to press up. And those weights went slamming to the ground. Now, when you press up and you can't, and they go slamming to the ground, it bends your wrist like this, and then everything else opens up. And with an inclined bench, when they hit the ground, his arms went back farther than what they should have.
Everybody heard.
Yes.
I heard them hit the ground. I had my headphones in, and I still heard them hit the ground.
You still heard it?
Yes, and my headphones were all the way up. I did not hear the noise that came out of his mouth, but I saw the mouth movement, and he left. He didn't even pick up the weights. He just walked out of the gym.
I think this what happened.
Sir, did you just fartgasm?
I'm pretty sure he hurt himself.
Yeah, he did.
Dude, I know you're probably not listening, but just in
hope.
case you are,
No, I wanted to listen.
if you go to gym mimic anybody in the gym and you see them doing a new exercise, just realize that person didn't start with those weights. Okay? Go grab you the 30s, get the muscle connection in, figure out what you're doing, and then slowly move up. Because ain't nobody jumped on the bench and started off with 2 and 3 plates on each side. Okay? That just don't happen. All right? God, it was hard not to laugh. It was hard not to laugh.
I mean, I laughed when you told me the story, but that's probably not good for like being in the gym, right?
No.
Well, that puts another question into my head, Colby.
Yes.
You're a gym frequenter.
Yes, I am.
And you don't have to say the name or location of the gym. How often would you say you go a week?
5 to 6 times a week.
And there are different people of varying gym levels, right?
Oh, yeah.
Place? Like this is not like a Gold's Gym where everybody's on steroids and.
No, you do have your
Occasional.
occasional steroid guy. You also have your occasional guy that could probably get you steroids that will show up. They're in every gym. The guy with the toolbox,
Right.
and then you have the rest of the folks that are, man, they just need to get some steps in or need just a little bit of cardio or something.
The treadmill people.
Yeah, you have a lot
That's
of
me.
folks.
Okay, so is there just any? And I know you have the. There's like unwritten rules at the gym, right? Like, I mean, I used to be a gym goer, okay,
Right.
a long time ago.
I don't believe you.
The fact that you said a gym goer lets me know that you haven't been in a while.
That's what we. Well, no, it has been a while. All right, I will tell you this: I bought a lifetime membership in 1994 to a place called President's Health and Racquetball Club.
I remember those commercials.
You said lifetime, so are they still in existence though?
You know how much I paid for this lifetime membership?
$20.
$1,200 for me and $1,200 for my wife.
That's when you loved her.
And it was a young, hot first wife. We were both in our early 20s. And I only had to pay $60 a year for each of us to continue that. President's Health and Racquetball Club, by the way, got bought out by a place called Bally's Fitness. Anyway, it came in handy when I moved out or got kicked out from wife number one because I could literally live there and shower there and exercise. Anyway,
Right.
So you put a Chad Ocho Cinco.
yeah, different part of the story. So Colby, again with these unwritten rules and stuff, is there just at any point when you go to the gym and you're doing your business, you're working out, arms, legs, hips, face exercises, whatever.
Okay.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Thank you, Gary. That was perfect. That you just look at people that are doing what they're doing and you just want to laugh. Like other than this guy that you just described.
There's times when, okay, there's this one guy that has caused a couple of chuckles from me. And when I say a couple of chuckles from me, realize that when I do actually laugh or chuckle, pretty much everybody else knows what's going on. But it's the weight swingers.
Yep.
Okay. He grabs the same dumbbells every time. And I know, good God, you just do anything in the gym, right? You're good, right? Just do anything. It's better than doing nothing. I understand that. But when he gets into it, he's mouth moving to whatever song's playing. He is in a zone, but he is swinging those weights and there is no muscle contraction whatsoever with hip motion and everything else. I swear to God, he thinks he's working out this bicep because he'll go flex in the mirror after he's done, like he's done something. And I just want to tell him that you've worked out your hips and you've used momentum. You should be flexing your hips and stuff at the mirror. I don't understand but again, he's doing something. So congratulations. But yeah, no, I've seen people do stuff that makes me question is that actually doing what they think it's doing?
Question for you, Colby.
Yeah.
Are you a mirror flexor when you get through?
Yes.
Oh, he sends me all the mirror flex pictures. I
so-
get all the pictures.
Yes.
Baby
Yes,
bodybuilder is what I'm saying.
I don't do the whole where you see the person that rips half their shirt off just to get the full view of everything.
Oh God.
But yeah, I do when I'm working out a tricep,
happened
I
to Gary?
will look in the mirror and go, hey, did I get that good? Is it a good pump going on? I will flex the pecs and do everything. I will, yeah.
Where is your tan?
I mean, he's
Why would I have a tan? It's the wintertime.
yeah.
It's not the wintertime.
It is the winter. Dude, how cold is it today?
It's confusing weather out here. It's not the wintertime.
I haven't been out by the pool lately. I'm sorry. I don't have a natural tan like you.
Well,
And I offered to come in with a natural tan like you, and you refuted. You're like, no, please don't do that.
Because you said
That
you were
wasn't
walking-
natural.
you were going to walk in with blackface.
That's not
Black
natural.
I'll do it all over if I need to.
No.
Just call me a brother.
Next time you do that, you have to say, girls going wild.
It's Girls Gone Wild, not Girls Going Wild.
I said gone.
Oh, you said it again.
Gone
Going.
country.
I feel like you're saying going.
It's gone because it doesn't. No, it's gone.
Were you from Louisiana or something?
Yes.
Oh, there it is.
Whatever.
The other thing I wanted to get into is I saw this on Facebook, and I have to now ask because I have
You
two
have
other
to.
people in the room. And the meme basically said, it's been 20 years, and I still don't know how to respond when somebody knocks on the bathroom stall that I'm in.
Why? It's easy. I don't understand that.
So somebody knocks on the stall, and what's your normal go-to, Tim?
Occupied.
Occupied.
Trying to be polite.
I think mine is somebody's in
I
here.
was about to say, I said it with a deep voice. So somebody's in here.
Occupado.
Somebody's in here.
But I wonder if there's anything funnier you could say at that moment.
Here's what you should say, because here's what I always want to say.
Okay.
Hey, Mitch, is that you? Come on in. I'm ready.
Maybe not that far.
I don't know if you want to go that far.
Because
what if his name is Mitch?
what if he doesn't care who his name is? He's okay with it.
Can I also ask why that's necessary to knock on a bathroom stall?
You could
Can't you just look under the freaking door and see if someone's in there?
So you've done that before, and that's a no-no.
No, I don't knock because I look. You can tell.
I'm saying you've looked. Nobody, no, don't look.
I mean,
You don't walk into a bathroom and
No, that's what I'm saying. You're not going under there like peeping Tom. Like, let me see what's in there.
no, I'm looking for feet.
Okay, I'll just say that. No, you said look under.
Yes.
yeah, but he didn't explain
He
his
didn't-
body position
Thank you. I
I
during
feel like
that.
I had to.
We just
You,
had a
should have.
we just had a conversation. You got to explain things to people.
Hey, in the immortal words of one of my best friends in the whole world, Jessica, I do what I want.
Sometimes that's illegal.
That's
Hey,
definitely
only if you
illegal.
get caught.
So,
Never going to
told
the
me she was
bathroom
18.
around this guy again.
Told me she was 18.
what happened? I mean, occupied sounds. I do go with the. I do go with the. Somebody's in here,
Housekeeping.
I definitely do to somebody
situation.
in here.
but man, anything else would have been kind of like
You need towels?
the knock and you're like, all clear.
I feel like if it's just you in there and you didn't have a
With
good
a
bowel
friend?
movement.
Are you pooping with a friend?
No, I said when you're in there and you had a good bowel movement, right? I guess we're gonna keep it PG. If I'm the only one in there, you could smell me a mile away. And you're like, anybody in there?
Oh,
What
you're
you
one of
think?
those.
What you think?
You're dropping bombs.
Well, everybody's had to do it. Bombs of a Baghdad. It's a
Man.
song.
It's one of the greatest movie scenes of all time. Austin Powers and Tom Arnold. You tell that turd who's boss. Who does number 2 work for?
No, what was that? Not Another Teen movie where they were having battleship wars in the
I
bathroom.
never saw that.
You should watch it.
It was full
You
of
really,
teenagers.
you really shouldn't have. You really shouldn't watch.
I was going to say, there's no way Colby saw that movie.
No,
he saw it.
I've seen it.
You've seen that?
You
Yeah.
should watch it.
I've seen it. I'll watch spoof movies. I just
Yeah.
won't watch other comedies that are like trying to be intellectually comedical. Get the hell out of here.
You should watch that one. You'll like that one. It's pretty funny.
Who's in that one? Is that the one with
It's a bunch of spoofs together.
yeah, but there's like some famous people in those though.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, it is what it is, whatever.
You had something else?
I did, boys. Who in this room and in that other room, because it's just us in this room, Colby.
Okay.
For those of you scoring at home, it's me and Colby in the studio
Hi.
and Gary in the production room,
Being scarred for life.
twerking and planking.
Twanging.
Who kept up with this cultural phenomenon? And I never watched an episode called Tiger King.
Oh, that's out. I'm out. You know why? Because it's a documentary.
I actually
It
watched
wasn't a doc. It was a reality show.
Whichever.
It was both.
I mean, I don't know. I never watched it, but it was hugely popular, right? Because
It-
everybody around me was talking about it for months.
I didn't know. I didn't watch it till it had already got like popularized, but everybody was on there. It's like, yeah, have you seen? I was like, no. And I watched it. And I was
I
like,
never did.
It's really, really.
So the
special.
wife at the time watched it. All right,
Mhm.
whatever. I don't remember what her name was.
I do.
Oh, well, thanks. That's nice. So he is in Joe Exotic, the Tiger King, is in jail right now.
Yes, he
Which
is.
I don't know that I knew that.
I had to
Still
do
is.
radio segments about this and never knew what I was talking about. So go ahead.
Kind of like we're doing right now, right?
Exactly. Hi, how you doing?
Honestly, you won't miss the mark, so you fine.
Mm-hmm.
So
probably better
he
off.
is in jail, and I tried to see what he's in jail for. Oh, he's serving a 21-year prison sentence
21.
Right.
following a conviction in 2019 on multiple charges, including 2 counts of hiring hitmen to murder wildlife activist Carol Baskin.
You got to say Carol Baskin.
Was that like his nemesis on the show? That
Yes.
was the chick? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was also convicting of killing tigers and selling them across. Why would you kill a tiger and sell it?
Allegedly.
Or was he just killing tigers and then he was also selling them across state lines? I feel like that was poorly worded the way they wrote this.
Yes.
Yes. It
By the
was.
way, TJ says, what else were we supposed to watch during COVID? Dumbest show ever, but yet so addicting.
It was addicting.
See, TJ, I don't disagree with you. I just never did it. Maybe I should have. Maybe, I mean,
It's
can you
still
catch
out
up
there.
on these? Is it?
Yeah, it's still out there. It's on. It was a Netflix original. So.
Yeah, you can, and they've been trying to follow up on that. Hell, I think Investigation Discovery did a documentary, something, or a mockumentary over it. I have no idea.
No, they did. You're absolutely right. They
So-
did. I didn't watch that, but they did.
Yeah, thanks for chiming in, TJ. Appreciate you watching the show, keeping up with us here. So yeah, I never did watch it, but apparently he's in prison right now.
Yes.
For 21 years.
21 years.
Mhm.
He announced last week on Wednesday he is entering the race for the White House in 2024.
But he's in jail for 20 something. What?
Despite his conviction, he declared it is his constitutional right to run for president, even from prison. So, I mean, he's got my vote.
Does he?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know
Make
who else I'm
America
voting
not
for.
Carol Baskins again?
Unless that one dude runs, and I'm probably voting for him. But Colby told me not to talk politics anymore.
No.
Oh no.
His quote is, "It's official. I am now a candidate for president of the United States in 2024, end quote. He wrote while sharing an image showing his official campaign filing and a link to his website. Now, how do you do this from prison? Is this one of those British prisons we talked about where
No.
you get sex with the chicks and everything?
What?
Remember that one?
I do remember that. I don't think
Go there.
Tiger King went to British prison.
No, I don't either, but maybe they have those here.
Why did you make me get so loud when I said that? It's like I was irritated with the words that came out of your
I
mouth.
thought you were passionate about this.
And then when one Twitter user asked him why he's running, when it's unlikely he'll win, Joe Exotic, by the way, that might be one of the coolest names ever.
It's not really.
I might become a male stripper and use that. Tim Exotic.
Mm-mm.
No, they don't.
Timmy Exotic.
Little Timmy.
I know, that's the name of my thing.
Might as well just go with what you're trying to sell.
That's a funny story. I got to tell that story sometime.
Oh no.
He said it's not about winning or losing. It's about making changes. Go America.
Did he say go America?
No, that was an editorial.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, wow, he really going for it.
I mean, yeah. I was about to say that's about to be the T-shirt.
So he said he addressed his campaign from prison, writing, "Yes, I know I'm in federal prison, and you might think this is a joke, but it's not. It's my constitutional right to do this, even from here.
Mhm.
And there is no legal barrier to a person running for president from prison. During the 1920 presidential election, socialist Eugene V. Debs famously ran." I don't know, so famously because I mean I'm kind of a presidential historian, and I've never heard of this guy.
Mhm.
Famously ran while in prison and won more than 900,000 votes, but no electoral college votes because he didn't win a state. And that's how you get electoral college votes.
Okay.
So, what party is he running for? He's just gonna do
It's
independent.
got to be independent, right?
It's going to be the exotic party.
Thank you. You caught what I was saying. Thank you.
rim job.
What? No, not that kind of party.
That's why I didn't want to do.
Could have been. I mean, it can be whatever kind of party you want it.
This is going to end badly.
Are we going mudding, Colby?
No.
I mean, men take it better.
No.
Men take it better, especially from prison. Maybe it'll get better. I mean, I wish I would have put some of these pictures on our video of this guy because I didn't know what he looked like. And dude,
Oh, you didn't know?
This guy is a train wreck.
If you watch it, I swear you'll be entertained.
Like maybe the Ulta mullet. He's got an Ulta mullet.
Oh yeah, no, he's a character from Joe Dirt.
Yes,
dude, totally. Because he's got the mustache that goes down like under his chin.
Mm-hmm.
And then the dark hair, like on the sides, but it's clearly bleached blonde, the mullet in the back and on the top. It's a total, business in the front, party in the rear.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Which makes me kind of jealous.
Does it?
A little bit, man. I kind of miss my mullet.
You want that look?
Oh, dude,
you had a mullet?
I will tell you right now, dude, if I had hair, I would have the mullet back. I might not have ever gotten rid of it. I had the Ulta mullet in the 80s, dude, back the first time it was popular. And I try to convince, there's people, oh, it's so gross. It's disgusting. I'm like, it's back. Just watch TV. The mullet is back.
It might be back,
and it is
but
thriving.
And I don't care. It's still, God. The
really?
Feathered look,
it's one of those things I think it needs to go back.
You are the first
the
male person I've talked to.
The Aquanet volcano?
No. I'm not talking about the whole teased, whatever. I'm not talking about the big hair of the 80s. I'm just talking about the actual mullet. You can have the mullet without having the teased hair.
See, because that was, again, this is going to be the separation of years because I was more the crow look with the long bangs. It's the short in front. Can't do it. Can't do it.
I love that look.
I love like I had my hair growing up, which was nothing on it was short except for around the sides.
Yeah. So you had a mullet?
No.
It was long in the back.
And it was also long in the front. The sides were shaved.
But you did not have it hanging over your face. You had it off to one side.
No, that was the whole reason.
Like parted in the middle?
Parted in the middle was to kind of like frame the face, but also you always look like a demon of some sort. That's what I was going for.
No, I got you. Because your hair when it was long, was it straight?
Yes.
So my hair was very, very curly.
Mm-mm.
And people ask me, hey, what was your, because dude, I had hair down to my waist in high school for a while before I cut it into the Ulta mullet. And people ask me, what was it like? Okay, go look at a picture of John Bon Jovi from 1987. That was my hair. I didn't have to tease it though. My hair, that was just my natural hair. So at one point I did shave the sides, Colby. I did the shaved sides.
Right.
And then I shaved about an inch across the back at the bottom. Did that whole thing.
Uh-huh.
And then so my hair would naturally hang over on one side to cover up the shaving on either whatever side I flopped it over to, right? Oh my God, I was a god in the 80s. I'm just telling y'all right now, I dominated.
No, I know I'm going through my Facebook
I'm
photos.
just telling you.
Trying to
I'm looking at this. I
dominated.
have to see this.
Picture.
I need pictures.
I
Me.
probably have. I mean, not on Facebook clearly because I was 30 years out of high school by the time Facebook was invented. I probably have some pictures laying around somewhere of me and my Ulta mullet.
Wow.
And also my 6 foot frame, 120 pounds, which I was, when I graduated high school, I was 6 feet, like 125. And I tried to wear the Jordache jeans like everybody else did, but I had no butt and I had no mass to my lower body or upper body. And I thought I was this Jordache model like all these dudes on TV, and now I go back and I look at pictures of myself like in, wait, that's you?
That's me.
Jesus, holy mother of God.
That was me with my daughter Blaze.
Oh, so I feel like we need to post that. It's an adorable picture.
So do I
We'll do it after the show.
I
You
was
know,
about to say. I could try and share it to you, but whatever.
Yeah, we'll do it after the show.
No, tease it for next
Everybody's going to want to know.
week. Tease it for next week.
Inquiring minds want to know. Anyway, so yeah, there's some gym mimic / knocking on toilet doors /
knock,
Tim
knocking
dominated
on
in the
toilet
80s.
doors.
Do we have to perform that now?
No, maybe that's our new song. Hold on to your butts because it'll be Tim on bass, me on drums, and Gary singing "Knock Knock on Toilet Doors."
Gary on tambourine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a singer. I'm a lead singer.
Colby, are you ready?
I am ready. This is the part of the show where I go through all the people that were born today, find the people that are famous enough to make my list, and then we let you, along with Tim and Gary and myself, decide who is the good person, the bad person, and the ugly person, thus the reason why the music sounds like this. Starting off, we have turning 54 today. By the way, I watched Spartacus just because I knew she was going to get naked in it.
I am Spartacus.
That's a good call.
Wait, which Spartacus?
The Showtime.
The show.
Yeah.
You know
The
they had a
Showtime
show?
No, I watched the movie from the 50s with Kirk Douglas and
No, it was
Tony
it
Curtis.
had a show.
No, it's a
Really?
whole show.
Yeah, it had all
Is
the
it
set-
good?
it
Show
had-
pretty good.
Yeah.
Wow, I gotta watch that. No, I love the movie.
Lucy Lawless turns 54 years old today.
Parks and Rec, Colby.
Xena, the warrior princess.
Oh, I know her from Parks and Rec.
Well, I know her from the show.
That's who that is?
Yes.
Xena Princess Warrior is Lucy Lawless?
Yes.
You didn't know that?
No, I never watched that. And when I did, I was paying more attention to the hot redhead. Who was the hot redhead that was in that? Her little sidekick, Robin or whatever.
I don't know. Lucy Lawless
Dude.
was the star.
Yeah, but she wasn't pretty. That little
What?
redhead chick stole my heart.
Tripping.
Yeah, you done. You're done with.
She wasn't.
Yeah, no. Lucy Lawless was hot.
Well, go look
dude.
her up now.
She's still hot.
She's
Go
still
look her
pretty
up now.
good.
Nope.
Yeah, she's still hot.
Not as hot as that redhead was,
You're broken.
He said you broke it.
probably.
Turning 66 years old, there can be only one. Christopher Lambert.
Who?
Christopher Lambert.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought. And then you put some French accent on it.
I did.
Is he French?
No.
So you just did that just cuz.
Yeah, I just did that. Just
I like
cut.
Christopher Lambert.
Dude, yes. Except for, what was it, Islander 3 with Mario Van Peebles?
He didn't age very well either.
That wasn't.
Not at all.
And he was once Raiden. He was Raiden in the only good Mortal Kombat movie.
Thank you for saying it, because the other ones have been bad.
The recent one on HBO was not bad.
No. I'm talking about before they did
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah. This is he was on the one they didn't break out the animality. Ed Skrein is 39 years old today. He was Ajax in Deadpool.
I don't remember that one.
The first movie, the first Deadpool, he was the main bad guy.
I'd have to go back and watch. I
Okay.
don't remember things, Colby.
Okay. Turning 55 years old today, and we were also I was watching a show about the Atlanta Falcons, and his
Oh.
face popped up. Brian Jordan,
Oh, Brian Jordan. Man, how old is he again?
55 years old. It's amazing that Brian and Dion were playing on that team, and they were both the guys that made the baseball teams and the football teams.
Two sport athletes. I could have been one.
Brian Jordan used to freak me out when he would step up to the plate because it looked like he was going to break his front leg
Mm-hmm.
because the way he would bend it. So,
Yep. It probably was broken.
1955 he passed away, but he's the actual title bearer to the official mark of when you're a great pitcher, Cy Young.
Colby, I know you're not the biggest baseball fan,
No.
but if you go back and look at Cy Young, there's a reason that award is named after him. Like, look at his win totals.
Uh-huh.
And I realize we're talking about the so-called dead ball era,
Yes, we are.
but aside from that, when you compare like pitch count, like right now, dude, 100 pitches for a pitcher they just don't allow it anymore.
Right.
Dude, you're talking about guys back then that would throw 300 pitches in a game, if that's what it took, because you didn't have relievers.
No,
You'd have guys pitch double headers, both parts.
they didn't know.
These were men.
No,
Colby.
well, they didn't
I knew
know.
he was gonna do that.
These guys were
He
men.
pulling his old man crap again.
Get off my lawn.
They didn't know. And the other side of it that people fail to realize when they're putting this together is that humans were different back then.
Mm-hmm.
You know, physiologically, yes.
Yes,
they, for
and,
sure.
and muscle mass and everything else and the size and all of that. And it goes back to your weight and your everything going into you doing physical action. It does lessen the amount of wear and tear that's on a body. Except, now you've got a guy running out there that's less than, 190 pounds that's going to go pitch. You'd look at him and like, what is this little guy doing? Is he seriously going to go out there and try and do something?
Well, and think about the time that he lived in, way less processed foods.
Right.
His body was in better shape
About
because
to say
he
it's a
didn't have
different time.
It was a completely different time. But dude, I'm telling you, this was a time when you had, 8 Major League Baseball teams, so it was literally the best of the best that he was going up against.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, just dominating. My second favorite baseball player ever,
Who's the first? I'm sorry.
Ty Cobb.
My bad, Kobe.
Turning 67 years old today. He's got a great sausage. Don't mark that. Earl Campbell.
Mark.
It's got to get more.
Dude, one of my fondest memories of childhood watching the NFL
Was the tearaway
was
jersey?
the tearaway jersey, man. I wish they still did that instead of making them so skin tight. It's more fun to watch.
Turning 67 years old today, one Brendan Gleeson. If you don't know him, you would recognize him as soon as you pulled up anything that he's been in. He's recently was Bill Hodges in the Mr. Mercedes TV series, which is of the Mr. Mercedes trilogy by Stephen King. His only trip into a detective novel. It's actually really, really good, and he plays the part really, really well. So I had to throw him in there. We've brought her up multiple times. Elle McPherson turns 58.
Colby. So I know you know who she is, but you were probably too young to fully grasp her Sports Illustrated swimsuit.
Are you sure?
I'm just asking.
Because
Like,
I
'cause
believe
you were-
I watched one of the worst movies ever because it promised Elle McPherson boobs.
Sirens?
Yes,
Love that movie. You got some.
you did.
I mean, not a lot.
No,
She was kind of in the water still.
right.
I mean, that's the whole reason I watched the movie.
right. I still can't tell you what that movie was about because a lot of that
So
I
bad.
watched was just in that fast forward VHS motion.
Well, I'm
Gary-
definitely gonna keep my questions to myself because
Gary, do you know who Elle McPherson is?
I've heard of her. I know
One
what
of the most famous of all time Sports Illustrated swimsuit.
I was about to say I know about that, but I didn't know she was in movies.
She wasn't really.
No,
She was in Sirens.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
she was in that one movie that one time.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna ask y'all what it was about, but clearly nobody knows.
That
so-
all they did was market it as you get to see Elle McPherson's boobs.
That's
so everyone
exactly
saw the
what
movie.
they did. This is pre-internet porn.
Oh, yeah.
No,
This
no,
is
I
late
get it.
80s.
I get it.
Early 90s, right?
Yeah, so this was how you got famous people naked. Was either that or they got into Playboy.
So did y'all actually see,
Yes.
Yes.
or was it just side boobs?
No, 1994. Yes.
So
no.
y'all saw it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure.
Oh, the payoff was okay.
No,
Right.
I'm just saying,
Movie
you know,
sucked.
sometimes they're like, oh, you're gonna see nudity in here, and you barely get a side boob, and it's like, for real, you could have made this PG.
No, because
14.
back then they had to pay off. They had to.
No, I
Right.
get it. I'm just, you know,
Nowadays you get by with a side boob because people's attention spans are nothing.
they'll make them like they used
Before
to.
the internet, you had to pay it off.
You had to pay it off once it was promised. Well, except for that one Fair Game movie with Cindy Crawford where you thought she was naked and found out later it was a
It
body
wasn't
double.
even her.
Wasn't even her.
You know what? I wasn't
Damn
mad.
it.
I wasn't mad.
I'm about to say,
I mean,
were
the
you
body double, I
mad?
wasn't mad at it at the time. I mean, it was, hey, oh my God. Of course, I was thinking while I was watching the movie, that's Cindy Crawford's butt.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I like
That's
it.
that you had the drool come down because you had to lift
Mhm.
it right there. Okay.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, though, I know Cindy Crawford was the most famous of all supermodels back then, maybe even to this day. Elle McPherson was better.
I disagree.
And Kathy
Interesting.
Ireland was better than both of them.
Kathy Ireland, really, but Cindy was the top of the
Jesus.
mountain. That was the top
mole.
of the mountain.
I didn't like the mole.
And
That's why she was famous, because of the dumb mole.
I mean, it was great. It was great mole
Just
placement
wanted to
by
chew on
God.
it.
Nope. I mean, then it means you liked it.
Wanted to
What
chew
are you,
on
a
it.
chipmunk or a woodpecker or something? Like, what is this?
Yeah, I mean, he's something with wood or a
She
pecker.
can call me whatever she wants.
Herschel Green, well, aka Scott Wilson, it died in 2018, but it's his birthday today.
Happy birthday, Herschel Scott.
Mm-hmm. He was Walking Dead.
Never saw it.
Sam Walton passed away in 1918.
Oh,
Guy
what?
behind Walmart. Sam Walton.
He didn't die in 1918.
Did he not?
No, the date's incorrect.
Okay.
I mean, because he didn't invent Walmart until like the 50s.
All right. Well,
I actually read that book quite a few times.
then he was born in 1918. How about that? It
Colby,
was-
he was born in
He was-
1918.
He was born in 1918.
all right,
Died April 5th, 1992.
all
He
right.
actually lived a long time.
All right. Yeah, because I've seen pictures of him with an actual like trucker's hat, and I
Right.
don't think they had those in
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
1918. So my bad.
Dude,
I wrote this list in a hurry.
you did.
No, that's him.
You did.
And John Tyler, he died, I think, or either born in 1862. One of the two. That's what I got. He was a president.
Yes, he did die in 1862, born in 1790.
There you are.
Oh, the president, John Tyler?
That's who I just got through saying.
All
right.
Do you have him up?
Yes.
10th president.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I was thinking 11th.
You should
whatever.
you should like use your powers for something smarter.
I love history, Colby.
Mm-hmm. All right, and that's your people.
That's it?
That's it. Well, there was 13 of them.
Oh, that's true. But I mean,
No.
we had one chick.
Well, there was 11 of them because I skipped two.
Two
You want?
chicks.
Hey, well, I mean, it's
I mean, they're good ones.
Kellyanne Stankus' birthday. She's 26.
Who that is?
Kellyanne
Stankus?
Yeah, she's a gymnast.
Colby's gone all Dutch on us. He's a gymnast.
Did you just turn into the
He
chef from Muppets?
He's a gymnast.
He sound Yiddish.
So
All right.
I mean, if you want to look up Stankus,
I don't.
she's a gymnast.
Tired.
And she's 26. That was her
Drunk.
birthday.
That's
All right, I'll go first.
All right.
Because, dude, this list is shite. Telling you right now, it's S.
Okay.
I mean, there's two goods on here.
More than two.
It's
Good.
Okay, there's
definitely more
three.
than-
There's three. I see three goods.
It's not gonna be anybody we think, Kobe.
And the problem is, I have to go with the females when it's a tie.
Okay.
So Elle McPherson gets my good over Earl Campbell and Cy Young.
Okay.
My bad is Sam Walton, because everything I've read about him was he was massively racist.
Okay. All right.
And
Uh,
cheap.
And being black from the waist up, I just cannot accept that in society. My ugly,
It's like he threw that in there.
you guys are going to be mad at me.
Don't do it.
Lucy Lawless is my ugly.
Wow.
I got to veto your.
I don't think she was pretty on the show. Like, I never.
Can we have it? That's the first veto in good,
You
bad,
can't
ugly
veto
history.
good,
Yes,
bad, and
we
ugly.
have to.
No,
we
I
have to.
to.
Oh, do you? So I have to pick another one?
second it.
Yeah.
All right.
I
yeah.
second it.
All right. So
Yeah.
my ugly then, since it's how many do we get? How many vetoes?
You
Huh?
better.
No. If it's so
Like
blatantly
we can do it every week if we want,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
but it has to be two against the one, right?
Right.
Yes, it got to be.
All right, Lucy, you're saved by the power of the veto. Then I'm going to go with the 10th president of the United States. John Tyler is my ugly.
All right. Good job.
Because he's been dead since a long time, and he probably doesn't look that great or smell that great right now.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
That's why.
Stay hard, John Tyler.
Oh man.
Gary.
I am going to go with my.
Veto. Oh, that's not how it works.
No, you got to wait for them to say something first.
My good honorable mention is going to be Lucy Lawless, but my good that I'm going to count is Earl Campbell.
All right.
All right. Good job.
All right,
What team did he play for?
Houston Oilers.
And then where did he go?
You come on now, calm down. I'm
Come
not.
on, you know this. How do you not know he finished his career with the Saints?
Wow.
Because they were called the Aints back then. That's
Thank
why.
you. Thank you.
All right.
Whatever. You threw me off.
Still my vodka.
My bad is going to be Scott Wilson.
Damn it,
Today,
Herschel.
Junior.
And
Who? Scott Walton.
I said Wilson.
Oh, I wrote the other name down. That's Herschel Glenn
Herschel Green. Yeah.
Green. I mean, yeah. Okay.
I wrote it down wrong too. I'm glad I didn't say it. And my ugly is John Tyler because you were the 10th president. I mean, who cares?
He's dead. Hey.
Hey.
American history is. You need to pay attention to that.
My good is Christopher Lambert, because of course he is. There can be only
He is a
one.
good. Yep.
There can be only one.
And
Tim.
Colby, you taught me that there can be only one
Damn right.
because I'd never heard of that before. Were you on the show by then?
I don't think so.
You weren't here
I
yet?
don't think so.
I'd
He-
never heard of Highlander.
He never watched or
Never heard of
of Highlander.
Wasn't that his homework one time though? I
Yep.
remember. Yeah,
Yeah, I
'cause he-
watched it.
Oh, you watched
I
it?
did a whole review of it. Yeah, it was great.
Did you like it?
It was
Okay.
great.
All
Yeah.
right.
I just never.
I remember you supposed to do homework on this. I didn't know.
My bad is Sam Walton because Walmart trains their backdoor employees to actually hate vendors.
Mark Backdoor.
Yeah. So
But that wasn't him.
but
He didn't say
He didn't stop it. He didn't
he
stop
could have
it.
stopped it.
He died in 1992.
That's probably when it started.
I was about to say it started in '82.
So,
or something like that.
and my ugly is, and this is no disrespect, but he's not paid to be a handsome man as Brendan Gleeson.
Remind me who he is.
He's a close
Walking
second.
Dead.
No, he would be well, I know him as Bill Hodges from Mr. Mercedes.
Oh, that's
But
right. I never heard of that.
you would know him. You would know him as soon as he was in Bruges. He was one of the brothers, or with Colin
All right,
in Bruges. So
gotcha.
there you go.
Yeah, he's ugly.
There's the good, bad, and ugly. Everybody.
Very good, Colby. It's always fun with our good, bad, and the ugly. It's the very first. This was a historic good, bad, and ugly because it was the very first ever use, apparently, of the dual veto.
Man, it had to be done because you just went dumb.
You like how we did that on the spot, huh?
I didn't. I
We-
mean, we
we-
make up rules as we go on this show.
We didn't
and
even
that's okay.
discuss it.
Of course.
It's what we do. 'Cause we control our own content
That's right.
and our britches.
I mean, sometimes.
Your shirt never, apparently.
It's time. Oh, dude, I will lift it up one more time, and you can't even turn around.
For the audience. Oh, yes, I
I
can.
will show you both nipples at the same time this time.
Hey.
You just watch out, sir.
You just pay attention.
It's for the
Yeah.
audience, not for me.
I got nipples.
Your mom might be watching.
What happened?
I'm gonna doing that next week.
Hold on.
Thursday.
Please,
Did
no.
you just say culo?
No, Hodor.
Oh,
Oh, it
I heard
didn't
culo.
sound like that.
for all you Spanish-speaking people that are out there.
Congratulations. If you had that on your damn Colby Sapp IndyCarTim show bingo card, you win. That's your free space, and that's a line all the way across.
You just got cussed at.
Mm-hmm.
What are those? It's time for the Colby Sapp IndyCarTim Sports Report.
Oh, dear.
We got to come up with some music for this. I'll
Okay, I got it.
figure that out later.
I knew he was going to do it. I knew he was going to do it.
Oh, what's that? Did you just play it again? Oh, no, I like that.
That's not good.
I feel like that was in a movie I watched early this morning before I got out of bed.
Probably.
It's a soundtrack to a movie I
No.
watched.
Here goes something he could jam to right here.
There you are.
Here.
This sounds like music that you would get as you're being like electrocuted. As you're being put to bed. Colby will do anything to get out of talking sports.
No, look, I was going to say, this is literally his distraction. You got to hear my favorite song on this board, though.
Okay, I'll stop.
Yeah, that was a good one. Every Browns quarterback since 1999. So let's get into a little bit of the NFL rules changes as the NFL owners meetings are happening out in Phoenix. And there are going to be some changes, some good,
Some bad.
just ridiculously horrible.
Some are the ugly.
I may go exclusive XFL.
Okay.
I may be done with the NFL.
You seem to be enjoying it a lot more, so.
It's the NFL, maybe the worst product after the NBA.
I think you're overreacting.
I was completely overreacting. So maybe the worst possible rule change has to do with numbers. And oddly and ironically has to do with a non-number, as they are now going to allow players to wear the number or the lack of a number in the, it's not a number 0 because it's not a number.
I mean, it is.
So I guess in the designation 0.
Amazing.
Amazingly horrible.
Why?
Because it's not a number.
I mean, okay, fine. It is something that you can say, and it's along the lines of a number. So yes.
Let's just start putting letters on jerseys too.
Okay, fine.
I want to be letter Z.
Cool.
Okay, then where's Z on your jersey? Seriously, it's the same thing.
I think that'd be cool.
I mean, it's not.
It is.
It's no, because even though it's lack of a numerical value, it is something that can be used in the number scale. So it still counts as a number.
I hate it as much as I hate the number 1 on a jersey.
Why do you hate the number 1?
It looks terrible. There is no sport in which the number 1 looks good on a jersey.
I think it look cold as you know what on a jersey.
No, I don't know what. You'll have to tell me. What is it? How cold is it?
Oh my God.
So the Eagles proposed this rule change earlier this month.
As cold as your take on it.
Piggybacking on the Chiefs resolution back in 21 to for most non-lineman players to wear any number from 1 to 49, which I love. So they're kind of going to the college rules, although I would have eliminated the number 1. So college football, though, has allowed.
Really are old,
so
man.
college football allowed 0 going back to 2020.
Right.
Didn't like that then. So you've got certain players though now have already come out and said
They're going to be Agent
I'm
Zero.
but multiple players have said Agent Zero. Like it's not apparently a unique thing.
Right.
So somebody needs to get together. One of y'all can be Agent Zero. Okay. One person.
You saying
can
it can't be
Agent
multiple?
Zero.
It can't be multiple.
I mean, multiple people can wear Zero, but you can't all be Agent Zero.
Well, it's a secret. It's a secret society.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah,
Kill me now.
It's a secret society, man.
Secret society is what it is. Yeah, exactly. For them.
That's their theme music.
So Jacksonville Jaguars linebacker Devin Lloyd wore Zero at Utah, and he was the first to be approached about it. He wears 33 in the NFL. He said, nope, I'm sticking with 33. And he might be the smartest player in the NFL now. I have no idea who he is. He might be my new favorite player.
Okay.
No player has worn Zero in the NFL since 1981 when it was banned. So I was 10 years old, and I'm pretty sure I danced that day because it was the greatest day in the NFL.
Yeah, right.
Sure.
Calvin Ridley was the first player now with the Jacksonville Jaguars, was the first player to come out on social media to say, I'm Agent Zero. So he is switching.
Right.
Micah Parsons.
Yes.
Shared his plans to join Ridley in the jersey change action with action.
You get 0 points when you go up against Zero. That's right.
As he tweeted out, I'm switching, Agent Zero coming soon. As he tweeted out on Tuesday.
That's cool. Of course, everybody that owns a Micah jersey is now going to be like, damn it, I got to get it.
I mean, I guess now I have a reason to hate Micah Parsons.
No.
I thought you had one already.
No, I love Micah Parsons.
Oh, wait. Yeah. You might
I don't like that he wears 11. That number should not be allowed to be worn by any Dallas Cowboys.
So no number that ends in 0, and then no numbers. I mean, nothing that has a 1 in it apparently just makes you upset.
No. So you're saying you can't wear 10, 20, 30, or 40?
No, I'm asking you, not me. I don't have a problem with it.
No, just the number 0. Numbers that end in 0 are fine.
Oh, I'm just making sure.
But 0 and 1 should be out. And 11, Colby, I know you share this thought with me. 11 should not be allowed on the Cowboys roster. If you can't wear 12, you shouldn't be able to wear 11.
Right. Because of Drew Bledsoe.
Because of Danny White. Greatest Cowboys quarterback.
No, I mean, yeah, he's up there.
I mean, he didn't have the Super Bowls that Roger had, but, I mean, if we're going on stats, he went to 3 straight NFC championship games, Colby.
This is true. No, this is true. But
my favorite Cowboys quarterback.
The fact that he wasn't playing the quarterback position, that's pretty much okay for me. And it's also,
Oh, Parsons?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And also the 0, I know you have an old fart issue with it.
And I recognize that it's an old man syndrome. I get it. I know.
I
just
think
don't like it.
I think it looks cool because you'll a lot of numbers when they get to a certain range, they start to run together for me. But the number one, I know it exactly. There it is. I can see it.
I think 0 looks better than 1. I would accept 0 before I would accept 1.
You sound so.
So are they going to allow 0 and double 0?
That's what I was going to ask. Are they going to allow double 0? I don't think so, but
because who do you think of when I say the number 00?
Robert Parrish.
Robert Parrish. You don't even know who Robert Parrish is. Come on.
Basketball.
Yes.
My God.
Ha.
Basketball.
Ha.
Basketball with a question mark.
That's like me asking.
You weren't supposed to catch on the question mark.
You don't even know who Michael Jordan is. Basketball.
Did he play for the Celtics?
Yes.
The Celtics. No, he played for the Celtics.
Right.
Whatever. I got it right, though. And I do know who he is.
What position did he play?
Power forward. Small forward.
No, he was center.
Yeah, he was.
Whatever.
On several, championship teams.
Who cares?
I bet Kerry would know.
Yeah, that's his sport.
So we're going to get to see the number 0 on players, which, you know what? Yeah, I get it. It's fine. Whatever. At this point, it doesn't matter.
Need a sound effect for get these kids off of here.
So
That's
ridiculous.
strictly
Get
for
off
you.
my lawn.
That's strictly for
I'm
you.
going to have to record that for a drop. Get off my lawn. Like Harrison Ford in Air Force One when he said, get off my plane.
Get off my plane. God, I mean, he should be a metal singer with some of that he's thrown out. Really?
Get off my plane.
I don't know why the Tasmanian Devil jumped on with Harrison Ford.
Because he's a metal singer.
Okay, cool.
They're also allowing, and this is
probably nobody should use this mic.
I'm gonna have to watch the screen. So several in other rules changes. The NFL is going to allow flex games to Thursday night. late in the season, which means you might have a team. So right now, teams can only play one Thursday night game a year by rule because it's a short week.
Right.
Players hate short weeks.
Right.
They do.
But conversely, they love the 10-day off period until the next week.
Right.
So now they're going to allow like late in the season, so you don't get this. Because really, if you look back at the schedule the last year especially, the Thursday night games were by far the worst matchups.
Oh yeah.
And Amazon Prime paid $1 billion for Thursday night games. So the NFL, I'm sure, is trying to fix that so that, the last, 6, 5, 4, probably 6 games.
So they don't have bored Al Michaels?
Dude, he hated Thursday night football.
Well, we're here again.
Yep.
And it looks like we're going to play football. Yippee.
God, he hated Thursday night football.
They were actually
It's
decent
like
last year, which I don't know.
Oh, dude.
They were okay.
They're towards the end, it got bad.
No, it got bad towards the end. I'm just talking about at the beginning because it's usually it's been bad. Like Thursday nights has been what is the point?
So the most outspoken opponent for this has been Patrick Mahomes. And you know why? Because one of their games is going to get flexed to a second Thursday night game.
Right.
For sure.
And for a quarterback, that's got to be the hardest, right? For another short week.
Well, right behind him should be Dak Prescott because of ratings numbers. If
Right.
they're with the division that they're in, that it's going to be close there at the end, and they usually schedule division opponents there at the end. So it's everybody that's in a close race. You're going to be like, crap.
Yeah, but Dak never speaks out against anything.
No,
except for mental awareness. I get it.
He's
not against mental awareness.
I hate mental awareness.
I hate mental people.
Both of y'all went old man.
Get off my mental. I love that baseball player, by the way, Mickey Mantle. He was pretty cool for the Yankees. But so they're not adopting like XFL rules yet. But dude, I think the number thing is huge, obviously, for some of the players. And yes, a lot of y'all are gonna have to go out and buy new Micah Parsons jerseys. I mean, all you got to really do is tear that Parsons name off the back and write in with a blue marker, White, and then you'll be rocking. Danny White, number 11. Come on, y'all.
Sorry, the golfer had a cute butt.
What's his name?
I don't know if any other part of her's cute, but it was just a back view, and I was like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" See?
Oh,
yeah.
She got a blonde ponytail.
Told you.
She's a lefty.
No, I'm just giving you cricket sounds because
she's a lefty, Gary.
I like lefties.
Not at golf.
Left-handed
people shouldn't be allowed to live. I'm telling you that right now.
What?
Idiots.
Okay.
Did you know that left-handedness used to be considered a birth defect?
Yes.
And it still should be.
They tried to fix it. No, stop. Go back in your hole. Stop being stupid.
So I had 2 kids. 2 of my 6 kids started to write left-handed.
And you forced them to write
I put a sock on their left hand and I made them write right-handed.
That's child abuse.
Because I said, hey, unless you're going to be pitching in the major leagues, you don't need to do anything with your left hand.
That's definitely child abuse.
No, it's smart. Nobody hires left-handed people in jobs these days.
Or if they fart in an elevator with them.
Oh, were you gone for that story? He was gone for that episode.
Fartgasm?
Great. I didn't even get the interview. I walked into an interview one time. The guy looks at me. He goes, I think we're done here.
He bombed him in the elevator on the ride up.
I didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Well, you left a lasting impression, so that
Hey, to this day, I promise you, he remembers the fart in the elevator.
Yeah, he put some stank on it.
Colby, you want to take us to break?
Yeah, so coming up next,
For the love of
I
God.
do have a mystery shotgun prepared and ready to rock and roll. I have some Marvel news that might scare some of you Marvel heads just a teeny bit. We are going to go through the best candy bars of all time ranked, and he probably found this on Ranker, so it's probably wrong. And then I've got news and notes, and we're going to go to Florida and also a judge that, might also have their own. Well, they show off more than their gavel on this channel.
Ooh.
That's all coming up next on the Colby Sapp and IndyCarTim show.
Hello, sports fans. FanStream Sports.
Jeeves Law Group. I've known Scott Jeeves for quite some time, and he's just like us, a huge college football fan, but he's not just another PI attorney. He is a ferocious advocate for his clients. Scott Jeeves is a board-certified civil trial lawyer and a certified circuit court mediator practicing in Tampa Bay for over 30 years. He is an AV preeminent rated civil trial lawyer and certified circuit court mediator. Folks, these designations are not just given out. They're given only to the best trial attorneys. But more than anything, Scott takes these cases personally. I've heard it from his clients. He's a fighter you want on your side. Insurance companies hate it when they see you're represented by Jeeves. He's just different. 727-894-2929 or go to JeevesLawGroup.com. That's JEEVES lawgroup.com and tell him JP sent you.
Guys, let me tell you about Bay Area Modern Medical Center. Are you experiencing low sex drive, fatigue, hot flashes, moodiness, and you just don't feel like you have the vitality you once had? You're not just getting old, it's likely low testosterone. Studies over the last 20 years show a shocking decline in younger males aged 16 to 39. Older men have seen a sharp decline as well. Do something about it. Go see my friend Christopher Lugo at Bay Area Modern Medicine. Testosterone replacement is not a frivolous treatment. It takes a professional targeted approach that focuses on total body wellness, vitality, and emotional stability. Not a one-size-fits-all approach like many clinics use. They will monitor your blood work and adjust your treatment as needed for optimal results. Call 844-977-3477 or go to BAMMC.com.
Now is the time to make sure your home insurance is in order. In the last year, many of us have made improvements to our homes. So call the folks at Italiano and discuss these upgrades to make sure you have enough coverage. According to a recent report, almost 64% of homeowners don't have enough insurance on their home, which is their most valuable asset. Also, a great time to make sure you have flood insurance. Even if your mortgage company does not require flood insurance, your home could still be at flood risk. Another big item as we enter hurricane season is making sure your pool enclosure is added to your policy and there will be no issue at claim time. That happens a lot. So call your friendly agent at Italiano Insurance to review your policies today. 813-877-7799 or ItalianoInsurance.com. Attention, if you are home shopping or looking for a refinance, and even if you already have the approval letter, you must call my man Scott Fitzgerald at American Mortgage Services. Scott has a brand new program available in the greater Tampa Bay area called the Community Advantage Loan Program. Get this, no money down, no mortgage insurance, no points, no origination fee, purchase or refinance, and loan amounts up to $647,000. Now, there are some application requirements. It must be a single-family home, one unit, primary residence, and have a minimum 640 credit score. The program only applies to certain neighborhoods, so you have to call to find out if you qualify. So call Scott Fitzgerald at 813-294-7595 or email him at scott@amstampa.com. Now, even if you don't qualify for that program, Scott will shop your loan around, get you the best rates, and won't charge you the huge upfront fees. And if you've had issues with your bank calling you back, Scott will return calls immediately or at least the same day. 813-294-7595 or email him, scott@amstampa.com. Scott Fitzgerald, MLS 386722, American Mortgage Services, 1000 North Ashland Drive, Suite 1020, Tampa, Florida.
Coming back at you.
Now, more FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to the Colby Sapp IndyCarTim show here on FanStream Sports. I am IndyCarTim. That is Colby Sapp. And in the fish tank, twerking and planking, making us sound good, or in some cases, average.
Right.
Mr. Gary Jackson, welcome to the show. We appreciate everybody popping on here with us. Welcome to hour 2. Lots of fun stuff that we're doing here. We need to remind everybody to download, if you want to hear us on the go all the time, download the FanStream Sports app on iOS or Android. Just go to your Play Store, your Android app situation room, wherever you download those things. That's fine. Just go over there and download it.
Do it.
You can listen to live shows there, all the live shows across our channel. You can hear it there, as well as the recorded podcasts on demand for all of our great shows on the network. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel for all the great video content we have for you guys, especially for our show. It's pretty next level, Colby. I'm not going to lie.
Man, I tell you what, we're working that Atari 2600
I
overboard.
I showed a nipple earlier.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, if that doesn't draw people in,
And everything else should.
I don't know what will.
I hope everything else does.
So yes, we love you guys. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Also, we are now on the world famous. Actually, we have been. We just never touted it before. We are on the world famous iHeartRadio app.
Woo!
If you already have that and you love to listen to your favorite radio stations on the iHeartRadio app, just go into your search bar and search Colby Sapp IndyCarTim Show, and you can subscribe to us there and get all of our great content. And you'll get notified when we drop a show
Mm-hmm.
and when we drop things on our toes.
Right.
So go check us out there. Colby, what you've got we've been doing like the last couple of weeks, we've been doing some comic book related material here.
Yes, we
with
have.
certain lists. You know, we've done the top 9 actors that played Joker, that played Catwoman, that played Riddler. I think we got into Riddler, and then we did the DC extended universe movies.
They ranked them all.
Ranked them all, yeah. So we decided, though, for you guys that aren't familiar, Colby does a separate podcast from this show. It's called Colby Sapp's Mystery Shotgun, where he gives you guys all of the inside information on the DC, EU, and MCU world. The movies upcoming, everything comic book related, anything nerd related, really.
True.
And he's got that separate podcast, so go search for that on our network and subscribe to that as well. But we're going to do one in show here for you. It's a very special treat. Gary, do you want to kick that off for us?
Yep.
Yes. Welcome into Colby Sapp's Mystery Shotgun. I am your host, Colby Sapp, along with Pod Racer Tim. And we've got...
What are we going to call him?
I don't know.
Huh, we didn't think about that ahead of time. We have to give him a Star Wars name.
And we have to give him a something name.
Can we call him Black Valiant?
I was going to try and stay away from the whole...
well, you have Black Panther.
Right.
You have other Black-related... Black Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Bladam.
Right.
We could call him...
You know what? We're just going to
We don't want to call him White Knight.
We're just going to call him G-Force right now.
I like that.
We'll go with
That's a good show.
We'll go with the anime right there and break that out. So G-Force is in there turning the dials and doing the things. But we need to get into a little bit of what's happening with the MCU because, ladies and gentlemen, we have drama.
Oh.
We've got some things happening.
It's like high school.
So Saturday, it was over the weekend, Jonathan Majors, who he would be your Kang, and you're basically your big bad for the next 2 phases coming up. He was introduced in the Loki TV series, and he's now been the bad guy in Ant-Man Quantumania. Jonathan Majors is having a little bit of trouble because he got into a little bit of a domestic issue as cops were called out. And the woman that was there basically called the cops on him. And when the cops showed up, she had marks and stuff about her face and neck area, and he was placed under arrest. Of course, his camp is saying that he's done nothing wrong, this, that, and the other. And there's always the innocent until proven guilty. And it's one of those things where you're looking at it from a distance going, man, I don't know, because I haven't ever heard anything bad about this guy. And this is the first situation that's happening. But you do have to remember that this is still, no matter how you look at the MCU, this is still the mouse ears. This is still a Disney product. And so because of that, you already know that there is some internal meetings going on right now as we speak. They're probably waiting on as much facts as they can get, because again, this is like while during the last phase, if Josh Brolin got into something, this is your main big bad.
Wait, who does Josh Brolin play?
Thanos.
Oh, that's right. But you had to tell me that. Like, I didn't know that before.
Right.
One of the best.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he's still in the MCU, by the way, because he's still Cable. So there's that. Which they're going to bring that up in Deadpool, but I digress. So, but he's having this little bit of issue, and this is different from when Ezra had their issue going on, because it's a character that, because of the multiverse and all that, they can change out, and the switching over to what Gunn's got going on probably will. This is money in the bank that's kind of being messed with a little bit with Disney, because he's already going to be, like, I think they announced the 21st of, what is that, June, July? What is 6? Is that July or is that June?
No, that's July.
July 21st is when Secret Wars is coming to Disney Plus. They just announced that.
As a series?
As a series.
They're not doing a movie then.
No. Secret Wars is going to be the invasion of the Skrulls, which are the people that shapeshift and apparently have been a part of the Earth for so long and have gained power and all of that. And so it's going to be a lot of trying to find out who is who. And this is going to be a lot of Samuel L. Jackson, aka Nick Fury, is going to be the main of this. But Kang's going to be in Secret Wars. So there's a lot to figure out. Now, they do have a little bit of a comic book out, because Kang is a member of the multiverse, and he's a variant of basically other Kangs that they're going to run into. Right. So you could start saying that the Kangs look different because of them being variants, but they kind of already introduced the big bad as far as in Quantumania as being Jonathan Majors. So there's a big to-do going on. And it's coming at a really bad time, because the MCU and Disney themselves, there's been a lack of content, except for, like the movies that have come out. There's been there hadn't been as many, Disney Plus shows or anything else. They've kind of slowed everything down because they're not making as much money as they were, buddy. And a lot of this is still pandemic related because of the slowdowns of the shoots, of everything else. You start to see exactly how long it takes for people to develop these movies and such, and TV series, because the CGI shut down on them for a little bit, and then they couldn't act on certain stages, and they didn't know where to be at. And all this added up to now we're in the slowdown part of what they weren't prepared to fill in. And while this is happening, they've had movies come out that people have kind of looked at and been like, meh. And so because of that, there's other things happening with the MCU. As over 7,000 jobs over there at the Marvel have been let go of.
I don't think Robert Downey Jr. was one, though, right?
No, but they're not going to renew his contract. They're not going to go after a contract. He's back to a non-starter.
Oh, I thought he was back, though.
He was back. He was back. And Secret Wars, Secret Invasion. Excuse me. Secret Invasion is the Disney series coming
up. The series, okay.
Secret Wars is the movie that everybody's waiting on to bring all these characters back, including hopefully Robert's coming back there. Okay. But
I hope
they've been putting the kibosh on a lot of things over there since
things. Money, huh?
Yeah, they're running a little bit low on funding.
I can relate.
So 7,000 people got let go, including Victoria Alonso, which is basically Kevin Feige's lieutenant. She was in charge of post-production, visual effects, and animation.
Okay, let me stop you right there and ask you a question.
Okay.
So I understand that Disney owns the rights to all of this stuff.
Right.
But they don't own the production company, right? Or
they do now.
Or are they?
They do.
Because I would assume Kevin Feige, who is the godfather of all of these things, gets to pick and choose his lieutenants and his personnel and his staff. And I would think he could overrule, hey, I need this person. She's instrumental to our success and all of this stuff.
Yusa could. As of right now, no, he can't, because he's not liking this decision. So what has happened as the big mouse ears, because Marvel Studios was a standalone.
Right.
And they were involved with Disney, but Marvel Studios it didn't say Disney in the front of it. It said Marvel Studios.
Yeah.
Still will, but it's slowly getting eaten by the mouse. Mouse is coming in and doing some things. Now, on the plus side for Kevin Feige is one Ike Perlmutter. He's also been let go. He was responsible for the MCU's comic division. So they had
the books?
Yeah. they have basically their own chronological comics that go along with what they want to do with the movies and the TV series, and they were putting those out as this is what's happening in our timeline, right? Well, they've now sucked that into Disney. Now the reason why Ike going is because he's also the guy that was trying to cut cost corners for all of Marvel, and some of it that Kevin Feige didn't agree with. And then he tried to back the wrong guy going for a Disney board chair, and that guy didn't get it. And so Ike got the old see you later.
It's all politics.
So Kevin is getting a little bit more power in that spot, but again, he lost one of his lieutenants. So we'll see what else happens with that, but that doesn't sound great for the MCU, especially with, James Gunn and Peter Safran building what they're building over at Warner Brothers. It almost seems ripe for people to latch on to something else. As they dig farther into the Marvel universe. You may start to lose people.
Yep.
And once you do, and the WB building back to, and here's all the heroes that and we haven't killed them off. We haven't killed off our Iron Man.
Right.
Batman's still here, and Superman's still here, and here's Wonder Woman, and where they're presenting the heroes that everybody knows, that could lead to a little bit of a flip-flop. And so because of that, I'm not wishing anything bad. I love both of them. I'm a DC head first. But
Really?
Yes.
I know that? I knew
Yes.
that.
I'm a DC head first. I've always been.
Oh, I knew you were a Justice League guy first.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm about to say I knew Justice League too, but I didn't know it was DC. I thought it was Marvel. I didn't know.
Yeah. So that's always been my go-to comic book, but I've wanted to see the X-Men and Fantastic Four added into the MCU, and that's really what we're now waiting on. A couple of tidbits also to get into, a little bit of good tidbits as I give you the bad news. Here's some of the good news. Dopinder and Blind Al are returning to Deadpool 3. So the taxi driver and, of course, the blind old lady, they've made it back into Deadpool 3. We weren't sure if they were going to be there. Well, they are. So congratulations.
Blind old lady's funny.
And
Yeah, she is.
Dopinder and his taxi driving and that little tidbit there. So that's going to be there. I don't know if I've told you guys yet or not, but Deadpool 3 is going to center around the TVA. So it's going to be yes. So it's going to be a lot of Deadpool and Wolverine going through timelines.
Excited about that.
So that's going to lead to some fun. And yes, Owen Wilson's Mobius is going to be involved.
I was hoping Mobius was going to be there because he died.
Well,
but on one
He's
timeline.
will.
But only on one timeline.
Yes. He's still going to be back.
I hope so. Well, they already said he's going to be back on the next Loki.
Then he's on the next Loki, and he's Deadpool 3 confirmed. So if you were thinking he did die, and I did spoil that for you, I promise. I apologize, but no, that's a thing that's happening. So
forgot to say possible spoilers.
Possible. Yeah,
you got to wrap it up for him.
Yeah,
possible spoilers.
So Secret Wars. Secret Wars, I forgot to say, that's going to be Kang's big thing. Secret Invasion. Kang's not going to be involved with that. Sorry, I got my notes mixed up, and there's too many secrets written on here. Okay, guys? All right. So, Daredevil Born Again, I've said this before, is going to be 18 episodes. What I didn't know is that they are going to have a break in between them. So it's going to feel like 2 seasons, but it's only going to be 1.
Oh, wow.
So they're going to have what I'm thinking 9 episodes, but it could be 10 and 8 or wherever the division line is, but there is going to be a break in there.
So what's the point of breaking it up into seasons then, if you're just going straight?
I think because of where they see it possibly airing at. Okay. There's also going to be a lot of other things dropping at that time. So they want to give people plenty of time to watch the first little bit and then get caught up, because really what they're looking for is somewhere through there, Bernthal's Punisher is going to show up, and that's probably going to be a big Twitter highlight. And they want to make sure people have caught up and got to that point.
Build up to it.
So that it can, of course, social media and everything else.
Right.
So that, and plus with Kingpin being there and him also being the main villain in the next Spider-Man movie, which is Vincent D'Onofrio's character.
Wait, there's another Spider-Man?
It's coming out. Yeah.
With all of them in it, or just like who's the Spider-Man now?
Well, it's still going to be Garfield Spider-Man.
Okay.
In that one.
Oh, okay.
Not Garfield.
Toby.
Yeah, no,
No, not Tobey Maguire.
no.
You know what I mean.
Tom Holland.
Tom
Tom
there you go.
Holland.
It
Crap.
started with a T. I was there.
Crap. So Tom Holland is still going to be Spider-Man in the MCU. It's your Sonyverse Spider-Man that they're still kind of working on because Sony can't figure out where its butt is.
Right.
Okay. And as soon as they figure it out and get over the fact that Morbius was a bad movie, sorry, Jared, it was.
It was.
And it's, a lot of it wasn't his fault. It was bad
Right.
editing
Yeah.
and the fact that they tried to make a vampire movie with no blood.
Yeah.
He slashes people in
can't
this
do that.
movie and then and only like sweat stains come out. It was like playing the Super Nintendo version of Mortal Kombat. It was like, what is this green stuff coming out of the guy that I just beheaded? What is wrong?
Dr. Ooze from Power Rangers.
Ooze jizz.
And
Call that band name.
And finally, on this little list, we did actually get some scenes released or some paparazzi photos from Captain America: New World Order that shows New Cap at a funeral scene with Betty Ross. Makes an
Swear to God, I thought you were going
appearance.
to say Betty White.
Betty Ross.
I miss her.
Makes an appearance in this, and yes, they're using Liv Tyler's Betty Ross, which that'll be Mark Ruffalo's Hulk's Betty. That when he goes back Savage will be the only thing that brings him out. Kind of what they were using Black Widow for was the replacement for her,
Right.
as the the beast and the lady situation where the lady's able to calm the savage beast. Well, they're going to go back to that, and they're at a funeral, which leads me to believe there's a reason why they're at a funeral. So it's probably a higher up, like a president's funeral. I'm just letting you know where
John Tyler.
where my brain's going with this, which is probably going to lead to Thunderbolt Ross, aka Harrison Ford, will end up being your new president covering for this guy. So you're
Get off my plane.
Yes. So Harrison Ford's going to play another president, except he's going to play a president as a Red Hulk. Congratulations to everybody there. And by the way,
I wasn't aware of that.
Daredevil Born Again is going to run the storyline that has Kingpin going to be the mayor of New York. So you'll have Kingpin as the mayor of New York and the president of the United States, both being, well, kind of bad guys.
I mean, kind of like in real life.
In the MCU.
Definitely like in real life.
Yeah. I mean, we're all law-abiding.
Politics.
We're all law-abiding citizens, right?
We're all. Oh, God, I can't believe you threw that out there.
How's that going for us?
Wow.
Politics. We're congratulating everybody that didn't get upset at that last little tangent.
You got to leave that to me, Colby. They expect that from me.
Good.
They don't expect that from you.
Good times for everybody. Okay. All right. Well, that is your mystery shotgun.
Wait, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, you can ask me all the questions.
Because we got some time before we got to get into best candy bars of all time.
Mm-mm.
So when they went into this whole the MCU thing,
right?
The first movie was Iron Man.
First
2008?
No.
Or was it a Hulk one?
The first one that was supposed to be in this line was the Norton Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but it failed miserably, right? Like that wasn't a good movie.
It was a great movie.
Was
it was really, really done well, and they're going to continue that. Basically, everything that happened in that movie, they're continuing. It's going to happen.
It still exists
as soon as they get the full rights to have Hulk have his own movie. It's going to come back again.
Who was the female in that one? That wasn't the.
That was Liv.
Okay, it was the list. So I'm getting my Eric Bana Hulk then mixed
Correct.
up. Which was
bad.
Jennifer Garner or Jennifer Connelly, whoever
Jennifer
it was.
Connelly,
okay,
yeah.
they're all the same to me. Okay, so when they Marvel Studios or whatever went into this, I get that. I get the Hulk movie, but 2008, the first Iron Man movie, right, was the first kind of big, fully successful, like, holy crap, this thing might really work if we go forward with it, I think.
Yeah, no, it was, and it was by the studio's own saying they didn't think it was going to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
They pretty much thought, well, we're already contracted with this. We've already pretty much shot it. They thought the Hulk was going to land and be awesome. And it was a great movie. Just everybody's an idiot, I guess, that didn't go see it because I thought it was amazing.
But Iron Man, though, the first Iron Man, was a great flick, right? Even
it
by
exceeded
comic book standards, right?
Yes.
It exceeded expectations, right? Based off of what they were thinking.
And
it was
Robert
gonna
Downey
do.
Jr.'s performance
Yeah.
as Tony Stark.
I thought it was almost as good as the Hulk movie.
Hmm.
And that's saying something because I thought it was great too. I wasn't a big Iron Man fan.
Right.
I mean, if you read the comics when I was, Iron Man was the douchebag that nobody wanted to cheer for. Just
Well, and I'll tell you this. I mean, we've had this conversation. I wasn't a comic book guy.
right.
I never heard of Iron Man until the movie came out.
I wasn't
All right.
introduced to comic books, so I was a little bit older. Of course, I'm younger or whatever. So
Right.
my first experience was TV show cartoons.
So let me ask you this, and this is where I'm going with this. So when Iron Man hit huge, right, and they decided, okay, we're going to go forward with this with the Avengers. Then you had, I don't know whatever the second one was. I forget when the Captain America, the first Avenger, came out. Whatever.
I think it was Thor and then Captain
I think
America.
it was. I think it was. I think it was Thor.
Thor
So they had to, like, the studio had to have a plan or an expectation, like, we can probably get away with so many of these movies over this amount of time.
Right.
I mean, we're 15 years into it now, and these have been the biggest movies, like, in the world.
Right.
Like, literally anything they do is gold.
Yeah.
I mean, when it was hot, I realize it's kind of on the downtrend now. But I mean, did you ever hear anything about, like, 2015, 2016? Like, these are just going to go on forever? Like Marvel Studios before the Disney experience was, we're just going to keep doing these and replacing the actors, and we'll just have Iron Man 58 come out, in 20 years, and we're just going to continue to do this. But they had to have a realistic expectation, like, at some point, this is going to die.
I don't know if they did, and the main reason is a lot of times the reason why these movie genres and stuff like that catches, like your Lord of the Rings and stuff like that catches and people are really into, and then it dies off, is because they finished the story, bud.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing with just basing your studios on on something that's been around since the 60s, 50s, and been building stories this whole time. And you have amazing writers and some crappy ones that have put epic storylines into these characters and grown them to the point of even writing in when you need to refresh it. I mean, the source material for this is what, if they follow suit and avoid some of the times where comics fell off, is something that will continue, because it's a little bit more than anything else that you can go for a source material about. You expect the horror movie to get old, right? But then every October comes around and somebody's thinking, well, there's going to be the next Friday the 13th, or they're going to redo
Halloween
one again, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they'll get old, but then it comes back around a couple of years later. Somebody's going to make another Jason movie. It'll continue. And that almost fits in with this, except you have really good stories ready to go. So that's my answer to that.
And I'll tell you from my vantage point, again, having never read a comic book I'm total confession time. I read a series of comic books, Colby, in the 70s and the early 80s. Those comic books were Richie Rich comic books.
Okay,
that were left to me by, like, my older brother. Those are the only comic books I've read. So you think about somebody my age, okay? I was born in 1971. I got to experience the 70s comic book TV shows, right? Shazam, which we talked about, the Hulk, Wonder Woman, Spider-Man, like all of that. That was my first exposure as a really little kid on TV, and I loved all of those shows. All right, to now I'm 50, and I've gotten to experience the onslaught of the MCU, of the movies, Iron Man, the Wonder Woman, the Captain America, like all of this, literally from the 70s, horribly produced, like even then, okay? I'm not saying they didn't age well. They were bad back then, okay?
Right.
Except to a 5-year-old, 6, 7, 8-year-old kid.
You're like,
They were
wow.
awesome. So at some point, though, my generation that has that memory as a kid, and it's kind of nostalgic for me, at some point, I'm just going to not care anymore because I'm about to be 60 in like 8 years.
No, I mean, for you, I can understand that. For me, there is so much more that I want to see them do with these characters
because you know the stories
that I'm into, and with the fresh opening of what Sony had under their contracts and let go to Marvel, which was the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, such like that. They're holding on to Spider-Man and those characters with a big iron fist, trying to keep a hold of those guys. But they had to let go of Spider-Man, at least share, because they kept creating movies that nobody wanted to see.
Terrible.
So, but with that you've got. You also got all these new characters, and this is where some people are going to get lost. Is the newer characters that didn't have they weren't on the cartoons back in the day, or they weren't as popular, or they weren't on the Underoos, or whatever it was as a kid that made you go, all right, cool. The ones that are created and updated and to be honest, a little more woke. And that's the one thing that I think could actually have this thing slow down quite a bit is people nostalgically don't remember that comic books have been woke for a long ass time. Trying to point out some of these social inadequacies and such like that, and, a little bit preachy on some volume, and which got you your really dark comics that went the opposite direction. Just go read the early Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and find out they weren't all about pizza and cowabunga. They were about beheading fools and stuff like that. They were actual ninjas that loved, good times. That's right. Which, by the way, they're thinking about bringing the Ronin series to light as a movie, which, The Last Ronin, by the way, if you don't know what I'm talking about and you ever actually thought a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle was kind of cool, you need to go look up The Last Ronin and read those books.
Okay, wait. There was a movie called Ronin.
That was not the Keanu Reeves.
Not Keanu Reeves.
Okay, but that's not what you're talking about.
No, The Last Ronin, I won't give it away too much, but let's just say some things bad that have happened, and there's some stuff that's going through the brain of one turtle.
Oh. I love brains of turtles.
So, and
I feel like you said read the book or watch the movie?
The book.
Okay. I hadn't read the book.
Yeah, the comic book. It's one of it's one of the greatest comic book runs of this generation of comic book runs.
And that's DC owns Ninja Turtles, or is that him? Or are they their own?
Kind of. I mean, your Hasbro division of comic books.
Oh, I didn't know they had one.
Is kind of owned by DC, but they've been known to share a little bit. Like the Transformer comics back in the day was owned by Marvel, I want to say.
Yes, I think it was.
So there's also a comic book out there where the Ninja Turtles run up against the Power Rangers. And
I feel like that's
for the love of God, please tell me that was good, right?
Yeah, I mean,
was it good?
It was pretty good.
Okay, all right, cool.
It was pretty good.
Cool.
And of course,
I've never watched a Power Rangers episode in my life.
Well, it's the age thing. And you have to realize also, when I grew up in Malaysia, Power Rangers was on, except it wasn't called Power Rangers. It was called whatever they called it in Malaysia, and it was using the old footage that they crossed over now that my kids were watching. With the actual background footage. I was watching that as a real show back in the day. So
was it called Hung Chung Chow?
Nah, probably not.
Probably not.
I don't.
Okay, I was just guessing.
I don't know. They've also had the Turtles crossover with Batman before, so that's also a thing.
So it's DC.
Like I said, the Turtles kind of been used by DC more, but then the Transformers, it's all the Hasbro division. So I guess it's
I get you.
Don't hold me to their rights.
Hold you to all of it, Colby. I'm holding you tight.
Stop it.
We going mudding, Colby?
No.
Internets.
Hey, play the theme to close it out. If it's there.
The theme to close
on FanStream Sports.
That's been the mystery shotgun, you guys. What a horrible dismount.
That was actually pretty good.
Hey, I wasn't informed.
No, that's my fault. I'm a good producer. I'm a terrible communicator. All right, boys and girls, moving on here on the show.
The candy bars.
Colby and Gary.
Favorite candy bar is a Quest bar.
I am
Quest.
Never heard of that in my life.
It's a protein bar.
So, and Colby, no, this is not Ranker.
Uh-oh.
or Wanker
Mm.
or Pornhub.
Well,
Because I'm going to tell you right now, if you go to Pornhub
and look up candy bars,
and you go into the search bar and search candy bars,
it's not going to be a great thing
there
for
is,
you.
oh no, it's completely awesome. I'm just saying. I mean, I haven't done that before, but I've heard.
I feel like you've done it before.
So I found a candy bar list ranked the best candy bars of all time, and
That's
it's from
not Aunt Ruth.
it's from MSN,
That's Baby Ruth.
which is weird. The Microsoft Network.
Okay.
I feel like
Which
that's
for
going to be a
those
good
of you,
list.
for those of you who don't know the history of MSN and what that stands for, it stands for Microsoft Network. Because way back in the day, Microsoft and NBC decided to get together to make a TV network, a news network. And it sort of morphed into just whatever the hell it is on TV now. I don't even know if they still have a TV channel.
WNBC.
WNBC. Thank you, Howard Stern. And Don Imus. So this is, and they're, what's funny is they say ranked, but they don't number them.
No.
So I don't know if we're going. There's 34, by the way.
Golly.
We're not doing all 34.
You know what? I'm going to be upset if that in that 34 it actually doesn't have my favorite candy bar.
It doesn't. I'm just saying. I don't even know. I've never heard.
You
that
said
one
it's Quest, right?
No.
Oh, that was a different one. So
Quest is a protein bar that I really replaced.
Oh, no. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know if the list goes like the first one is the best and the 34th one is the 34th best, or if the 34th one is the best and the first is the 34th best. That's really hard to say.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to blow through 34 to
Gross.
11. Blow.
Mm-mm.
I'm going to blow through. Sorry. I'm going to go through
Uh-huh.
very quickly.
I'm going to smile like a donut.
Here's my penis. 34 to 11, and then stop me. Or I don't know, whatever. Just commentate. Just commentate.
Okay.
Number 34. Take 5.
No,
Familiar?
I'll just take one.
Never had one.
Yes, it's the pretzel caramel chocolate peanut butter, I believe.
It's called Take 5 because it's named after its 5 ingredients: milk, chocolate, peanuts, caramel, peanut butter, and pretzels.
I thought you were going to say named after the oil change
There
place.
you go. Yeah, right? And this, number 33, whatchamacallit. I'm a fan.
Really?
I'm a fan.
No, that's number one.
Wow.
It's
mean,
not
I
number one,
like
but
it.
it's up there. It's up there.
I like it, but it's not my favorite. It is good.
It's because it's the Rice Krispie. It's the everything. It's the everything in there that you want. It's the
Dude,
texture change. It's
so-
the chew. It's no.
Colby, I remember when this came out, late 80s. This came out in the late 80s, and I was a Snickers guy all the way, and I tried this, and I'm like,
Mhm.
hello, old friend. I mean, I'm a fan of the whatchamacallit. 32, Colby, Reggie. I remember this. There's no way you can. The short-lived candy produced by Curtis only lasted 3 years between 78 and 81, named after Reggie Jackson.
Okay, no, I don't remember.
I swear I thought you were talking about something that you
Somebody
smoke.
handed me a Reggie to put in my mouth. I'd be expecting to be high. After
In the
that.
70s.
I thought that's what we were talking about.
That's the joy of the Jeffrey, you see. Oh, wait, we said Reggie. The Rally Bar, which was in the 70s. Then we have a candy bar at number 30 called Space Food Sticks.
These are all ahead of the whatchamacallit?
Yeah.
This list
Every one of them.
List should be banned.
A candy that has been to the moon, Space Food Sticks, was developed by Pillsbury and NASA and sent into space with Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin in 1969.
How long that last?
Somebody go tell
all right,
one of those
look.
guys that they never landed on the moon. See what happens.
Hey.
They'll punch you in the face.
All
is
right,
what
Colby,
happens.
I'm right there with you now because at number 29 is maybe my favorite of all time, Twix.
I like Twix.
At 29.
I like
Yeah.
Twix.
By the way, I should mention a lot of these are historical, as you can probably tell. Like we're going way back on some of these.
Yeah,
Right.
clearly, because I wouldn't have thought of my
28,
parents' mind.
the 100 grand, which I remember
It made the list.
being called the $100,000 bar.
Right.
Oh, it's awesome.
It's
It is
good.
awesome. Yeah,
It's
No.
good. It shouldn't have been ahead the Twix and the whatchamacallit, but it's good.
awesome.
That is
Then we
not a
have
good bar.
Coconut Grove at number 27 from the
What?
50s.
Well, sometimes you feel like a nut.
With
Well,
coconuts.
no, that's Almond Joy, which
I-
is number 26.
Yeah.
Sometimes you feel like a nut and sometimes you don't.
Mm-hmm.
We have,
That's what she said.
okay, and I got to read some of these. So at number 25, Old Nick, From the same producers as Bit of Honey, Old Nick was launched in the 1940s. It's fudge and nuts coated in milk chocolate, featuring the tagline, America's favorite candy bar. It was discontinued in the 60s, so it probably wasn't America's favorite candy bar.
It.
And then what we have at number 24, the Denver sandwich, which was neither from Denver or a sandwich. It was chocolate and a peanut butter wafer.
Well, I mean, it's a wafer. So,
That's a sandwich.
I mean, that could be a sandwich.
That's a sandwich.
God almighty. And then one of my, this is one of my top 5.
Sound like a Nutter Butter bar.
I love Nutter Butter. At 23, Nestle Crunch.
23.
Yes. The Nestle Crunch bar.
Yes.
22, the Crackle, Hershey's Crackle.
Okay, that's basically a thicker crunch.
Exactly. It's a thicker crunch.
So they named something twice on here.
Number 21 is the 7-Up candy.
Nobody likes
which
that.
I've never heard of this.
Candy? Wow.
No. It has nothing to do with the soda.
Oh, okay.
So basically, 7-Up was from the 1930s. It was made up of 7 separate chocolate segments, and they had their own unique flavor. So it was a long candy bar. Within that candy bar, you had mint, nougat, butterscotch, fudge, coconut, buttercream, and caramel. So every bite that you took as you went down the chocolate bar was a different flavor.
I'm looking. This is what kept Dennis in business.
I'm kind of into that. Number 20, the Chunky Bar. Like, I like my chocolate like I like my women. And now I'm pissed because, Colby, my favorite bar of all time is at number 19, the Snickers bar.
Well, again, and I like the whatchamacallit better than the Snickers bar. So the fact that whatchamacallit was so low.
Dude, is way down there. What was it, 33 out of 34 on this list? Number 18, Three Musketeers, which I enjoy. I do like the Three Musketeers.
I enjoy them more now because that's one of the lower calorie chocolate bars you can get.
Number 17, another one actually that I have recently, well, I say recently, probably in the last 15 years, have grown to like the Payday Bar.
Oh, yes, man.
It's underrated.
Have y'all? Wait.
No chocolate.
No.
Game changer. They have a Payday bar that's dipped in chocolate.
When they make that?
Well, I like it. Isn't that called a Snickers?
No. No, because the same salt level that's on the Payday is on this one. And so you get the chocolate, then a little bit of the salty, and then that chew. Oh, my God.
By the way,
amazing.
the Payday bar was invented in 1932 by a guy named Macaroni.
Wow.
At least he didn't name it after himself.
That did not land.
That would have thrown everybody completely
That did
off.
not land.
Number 16, I am out. No interest whatsoever. Disgusting. It should go away and die. The Heath bar.
Never had one.
It's
the Score bar, the Heath bar. No, the
milk chocolate and English toffee. I'm out.
Totally in.
I'm about to say I like toffee.
Man,
I like toffee.
The Heath and Score bar is one of those things where, man, oh yeah, no, it's time.
I dated a girl named Toffee. I'm out. 15, the Mr. Good bar.
Have you ever had a Heath bar?
Yeah.
And you still out?
I'm out. It was gross.
You're dumb.
No, that's true.
I've never had it. That's why I'm curious. Like you said,
go
toffee.
Eat one. Do it live on the air and report back. Yeah.
No, you'll like it.
No. I'll just talk about it on the phone to do it.
Wait, is that because he's black? You think he'll like it?
No, because it tastes good.
I'm just clarifying. It sounded very suspicious the way you said it.
Because I said I really like it.
But you looked at him and you said, "Oh, you'll like it."
Right.
Well, he got it right when he said I was gonna like the Mexican candy stuff too. So
wait, are you Mexican too?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
A little white too.
No, it's Jesus. Get it right, damn it.
Híjole la leche, way. Mr. Good Bar.
You
at
can't
number
say
15.
E. coli Shayway and
I
then
didn't say
expect
E. coli.
That's what it sounds
like. My mom actually liked the Mr. Good Bar.
That she did.
Wow.
I mean, it's your mom.
What?
I liked it too, though.
Number 14, the Bit of Honey.
No, okay, I'm out.
I kind of like that. You know what's good, dude? Okay, pour your vodka.
Of course, it's going to involve alcohol.
Tear apart the Bit of Honeys, throw them in the vodka, let it sit overnight. Strain the Bit of Honeys out. What's left of the Bit of Honeys out. I'm getting choked up just talking about it because I love it so much. And then do shots of that. I'm telling you right now.
Well, that's pretty much with any candy.
Game changer.
Any candy you want,
Number 13.
besides maybe a Reggie bar.
No one better lay a finger on my Butterfinger.
I hadn't had one in so long.
Have you ever had your finger in a butt?
No,
No.
maybe.
Okay, because that's nothing like a Butterfinger.
Sure.
Just
Mhm.
letting everybody know.
Actually, I mean, really, technically, yes. Yes.
By
I
the way,
have.
did you
I-
you realize
I
that the
have.
Butterfinger candy bar this year, 2023, celebrates its 100th anniversary? It's been around since 1923.
Do people really still? Because I hadn't had it in a long time. Do
Oh, I
people
eat 'em.
see? Okay.
I mean,
Oh,
so
no.
I'm not a candy bar guy. I'm really not a sweets guy. It kind of sounds like I am on this segment, but dude, about once every year, I want a Butterfinger.
No, I get it. Except for then you got Butterfinger teeth for the rest of the day.
I mean, I'm used to being with chicks with Butterface, but that's not the same, right?
What? No,
Number 12,
maybe.
the Milky Way.
Meh.
Anybody like milk? Like I'd rather have a Snickers.
Yeah.
I like the.
Meh. I mean, I'm okay.
I like
but,
nuts.
but meh.
Of course you
Meh.
do.
All right,
now the Milky Way Dark, I'm in.
I've never heard of that before. So we're gonna spend some time on number 11.
Are we?
Uh,
Is it the Carmelo bar?
I'm so
number
scared.
11 was a candy bar introduced by the Sperry Candy Company of Milwaukee in 1923
I'm out. I don't know what it is.
The big hunk.
called Chicken Dinner.
No, what?
Why do you want to spend time on this?
At a time when underprivileged families may have been lucky to have one meal,
They're the Sam Walton of candy bars. That's what it is. Okay.
there was a candy bar
Okay.
called Chicken Dinner.
Please tell me it wasn't like a actual like tried to fit as many calories as a chicken dinner into
Dude,
a
it
candy
was
bar.
not made of chicken and it was not meant to be for dinner.
Do you see this box? The box that it, oh my God.
Are you looking stuff up as I go?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So Chicken Dinner at number 11. And finally, boys, number 10, as we get into our top 10, the Charleston Chew. I
Meh,
have never had one.
I
I
have.
think I had one before.
It's bad taffy.
And apparently it's named after the dance, the Charleston, because it was made in 1922.
Right.
Wow. So I know Kit Kat is gonna be in the top 10. I'm
I
assuming.
wouldn't
Or-
count on it.
Or not.
I mean, I don't. This list ain't been all that good already.
No, it's not. It's not been. I mean, I was surprised to watch McCall. It was there, but God, it was too low.
Number 9 is something called Restless Leg and Iron. Oh, that's an ad. Sorry.
Oh God.
Number 9, the Mounds Bar,
I like a
which I
Mounds
love
bar.
Mounds. Dark chocolate, coconut.
Yeah,
Dude, I love me some
I mean, it's
dark
I'm out.
chocolate and coconut. I know Gary likes dark chocolate.
Yeah, but not mounds.
Wait,
Yeah.
do you also like dark chocolate when it has a hint of coconut?
is the coconut part where you're out on?
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
And
do you
and
like the dark
usually-
chocolate?
Yeah, I usually like coconut, but it's not
What
a
if
good
what if
mix.
her name's Vanessa?
I feel like Vanessa is more like mocha.
Oh no, I hate mocha. Number 8, Colby and Gary.
Basically, Tim's saying if he's going to go dark, he's going to go dark.
The black of the berry, the sweet of the juice.
Go in the blackest you can get. Black is best. Baby Ruth.
I don't see color.
Oh,
No,
here
but I
we go.
no, but
Here
no,
we go.
No, but I
Here we
smell
go.
it.
Here we go.
I smell of it. Colby, Baby Ruth is number 8.
It's a good candy bar.
One of my top 3.
I like it.
By the way, not named after
No, it's not.
Babe Ruth, as
No,
many
it's
people think.
named after his kid.
No, you're close. You're very close. It's not named after Babe Ruth's kid
No, I mean,
because it came out before Babe Ruth was an actual player.
are we sure?
Yes.
Was it named after a president?
It
or
was
something?
named after President Grover Cleveland's daughter.
What up? What up?
Should have been.
You're not the only one to know history.
Should have been named
I
Baby.
feel like you don't. I feel like
Baby-
you don't know that either.
Baby-
I did know. That's why I said it.
Baby Grover.
Just call it the Grover Bar.
That'd be grody.
Number 7, Colby, and I've never had one of these, and it's one of America's oldest candies. Started in 1920.
You sure you hadn't had it then?
O. Henry.
Yeah.
Never had an O. Henry bar.
You have?
Haven't.
No, I'm talking
No,
about
Colby
Kobe.
has.
No, I have. That's it was
Layers of caramel and nougat, like a Mars bar, but there's peanuts too, like a Snickers.
correct. Yes, I mean,
All right.
it's.
I mean, I'm not mad. I just never had one. And by the way, none of these are as good as the whatchamacallit or the Snickers.
Or the Twix.
Or the Twix.
So.
God, I hate MSN.
Everybody got a few biases.
How about number 6, the Clark bar?
no?
Honeycomb and peanut butter center in a chocolate coating. 1917
No.
is when this was made.
I've had a Clark bar.
Have
Again,
you?
Meh.
And you haven't.
Man, I just don't try. I don't try new things, man. Tell you here, the last new chocolate bar that I tried was the whatchamacallit in 1987.
And it's been downhill ever since.
It's been downhill. My life has gone to hell like ever since then. Number 5, here we go. We're going way back, boys. It's called Peanut Chews. Over a century old peanut chews were introduced by the Goldenberg Company in 1917, available with dark chocolate or milk chocolate coating that contained peanuts and molasses.
Wow.
When it first came out, it was a popular soldier's ration for World War I.
Yeah, the
thanks
molasses.
to its high protein count. In 2004, Goldenberg's was taken off the label, and it confused everybody, and it was put back on in 2007. I've never seen this.
That's what confuses people. I
took off the Goldenberg's part.
That's what confuses.
You know, I'm
confused by the concept.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what.
We need to take a couple of these and order them through Amazon and try them one week.
Dude, I guarantee you all of these are available on Amazon. You want to do that? I'll order some if y'all want to do the candy taste test.
I'm not doing a chicken dinner.
Well, no.
I mean, if we can get a chicken dinner.
If we can get a chicken dinner candy, it's not chicken.
Yeah.
You look at this box and tell me what
and
you see.
And even if it was,
I'm not eating.
You of all people should enjoy it.
See.
There might be watermelon in it.
I'm not letting that happen because I want to take fried chicken back. I love it too.
Oh, see, me too. Except for Williams chicken.
Of course you do. Raise your shirt up again.
Number 4. It's on the microphone right there for you, Gary.
Uh-huh.
I'm not looking.
Not because you
And
don't
you
want
need
to.
to shut your mouth about Williams chicken.
No, I like Williams chicken.
Okay, I was about to say.
It's not just for.
I was about to say people will beat you up. I've
It's
heard they
just not
love
for his. What do you mean, you people? Number 4, Colby and
Don't
Gary.
you start about Lisa's either. I'll come over there.
All right.
Agent Zero
At
reporting
number
in.
4 on the best candy bars of all time, we have something from 1912 made in Nashville, Tennessee called the Goo Goo Cluster.
I'm out. I know what that's made out of.
That sounded like that came off of Florida.
This candy bar
Very
is
bad
named.
theater.
Wait, it gets better. It gets better. This candy bar is made after the sound babies make.
Okay, could. Yeah.
You mean
It contains
before or
marshmallow,
after?
nougat, caramel, roasted peanuts, and chocolate. I'm kind of in.
I mean, it sounds like somebody just made some
Just don't-
candies at the house.
Sound like they did the old popcorn and the trick.
All right, we're way behind because we got to get into news and notes. Number 3, Hershey's bar.
It's classic.
I mean, with almonds and without. I love the Hershey's with almonds.
I'm about to say the almonds. I think I'd take over the. Just like
Number 2, I take exception to because I don't consider it a candy bar. Tootsie Rolls.
Okay, no,
that's not a candy bar.
Even though they do have the large ones that you can bite hunks.
Oh, wait,
off
that
of.
was actually number 1 because page 1 apparently is the summary of the whole thing. So, Tootsie Rolls are the best candy bars ever made of all time.
The fake chocolate. Out.
Wait,
I like
is it
Tootsie
fake?
Rolls though.
It's not fake, is it?
It's not real. It's not chocolate. I don't know what it is. It's a Tootsie something.
Is it?
I
a
guess
taffy?
Oh, you know what? That's interesting because here it says this chocolate flavored treat
Oh.
was invented by Austrian immigrant Leo Hirschfliegenverbe and named after the founder's daughter Clara, whose name was Tootsie.
And so they just rolled her up and put her in a package.
The recipe dates back to 1896, and a key but surprising ingredient in Tootsie Rolls.
Is not chocolate.
Surprising ingredient are Tootsie Rolls from the day before.
Hmm.
So they put old Tootsie Rolls inside the new Tootsie Rolls.
Right.
Mm.
Huh. Initially, they came in a single size and cost a penny. Like, I'd pay a penny for a Tootsie Roll.
I don't want to pay for them.
I was about to say.
I like Tootsie Rolls. You know what? Not missing from the list. Another favorite of mine.
Reese's peanut butter cups.
Yes, but that's not where I was going. I do love Reese's peanut butter cups, but
don't
I
know
don't
when-
feel like that's a candy bar. And neither are these.
Neither is a Tootsie
But I
Roll.
love Hershey's Kisses. Hershey's Kisses. I love
Nah.
Hershey's Kisses.
Man,
I like to unwrap them, and I like to put them in my mouth, and I like to swirl it around in my mouth.
but speaking of
I don't
not that,
like this.
because I don't know how we got here.
I don't like this.
Have either one of you had the Reese's Fast Break?
Yes.
I like the fast break.
It's okay.
By the way, that's the sweetest and most calorie chunked. I mean, that should replace 2 meals if you eat one.
Does it also have calories?
No, yeah.
A lot of
Still
them.
don't know what
Yeah.
a calorie looks like.
So, but they're amazing.
Look
But,
on the back of there and count your calories.
I mean, I swear, if there was a zombie apocalypse and you needed to survive for a week, just eat
0.
one of those every couple of days.
Wait. 130 calories per serving.
Which is what?
A serving
30.
is 31 sticks.
I was so close.
You were close. I'm compressed. All right, Gary, let's cue up that news and notes.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, me, for making us sound good. News and Notes is where I search the World Wide Web for the weird.
Internets.
And by God, I found it. Let's go to Australia, where now even the people
Good day, mate.
are starting to be very dangerous,
Oh.
as in all the animals are. So there was an unnamed woman. She was on the beach, right?
I
And
liked unnamed women.
And she was sifting through, finding her some seashells in the Australian part of the ocean there, the beach there situation going on. So she was digging through the water and looking for seashells and finding some really pretty ones. Well, she got back to her towel that was on the beach, laid down, grabbed a couple of the shells, was sifting through them, and out of one of them fell a blue-ringed octopus.
Oh,
wow.
Those are dangerous, right?
So the blue-ringed octopus is one of the most toxic animals on Earth. And it bit her a couple of times on the stomach. So it kind of stung a little bit. So she got a cold press and kind of put it on her stomach.
So do they bite? Like
Yes.
with their freaking
Beaks.
beaks?
Yes.
Fart knocker.
Yeah. So anyway, so she was like, this doesn't feel right. So she goes and goes up to somebody in one of the lifeguard situations, and they're like, "What bit you?" And she pointed to it over on next to her shells and was like, "Oh no, that is a blue-ringed octopus.
Wow.
We have to get you to the hospital right now." So load her up in the ambulance, monitor and everything, did all the blood work. Come to find out, she's effing fine. She got bit twice by one of the most toxic animals on Earth. She's okay. Everything's
Dude,
fine.
Like I've heard about those.
Yeah.
They're
So-
going to test her out. They got to figure out what's in her
So
DNA.
the Australian population are evolving past venoms and toxins because of all the venomous and toxic creatures that are there, I guess. So watch out for Australians. Good day, mate.
Good day, mate.
Good day, Mike.
So there's that. Let's go to LSU, where last sucky university.
No.
So there's a student that's been arrested for allegedly stealing $1,500 worth of beer from Tiger Stadium. To which I say he probably went back and grabbed a couple of more after that.
Wow. Because he says that beers are expensive at Tiger Stadium.
At every stadium.
Every stadium.
So this is what there's a video of him and some friends running off with a couple of cases of beer.
Wait, it's on video?
Yes. Excuse me. They say several cases of beer from LSU's football stadium on Sunday.
What else are you going to do at Tiger Stadium? Sit still beer.
I don't know, but when you say you stole several cases of beer, and then they still come up with the fact that it was $1,500 worth of it.
That's more than beer.
Well,
They're charging you for the pallet that it was on too.
they're charging you. They're saying, in other words, this is cop math because they're charging what they would have sold the beers for at the stadium. So
Yeah.
There you go.
Retail value.
Mhm.
Idiots.
So if you're going to steal beer, kids, steal it from the supermarket, not from the stadium, because, well,
It costs more.
it costs more.
15?
In Baton Rouge.
Underworth.
Death Valley.
So let's go to Washington, where federal authorities Tuesday arrested a man they said firebombed an anti-abortion group after the FBI used DNA pulled from a partially eaten burrito to connect him to the mason jar used in the attack.
All right, let's count the red flags in this headline.
Wow.
Colby, read that again.
Federal authorities Tuesday
Ding!
arrested a man.
Ding!
They said firebombed an anti-abortion
Ding!
group after the FBI used
Ding!
DNA
Ding!
it pulled from a partly eaten burrito
Ding!
to connect him to a mason jar used in the attack.
Ding, ding, ding.
So, Mr. Roy Child DeHurry
Ding!
was arrested Tuesday. Okay, there's a couple of things here, guys. Number one, you used a mason jar for your firebombing of an anti-abortion clinic, which I guess the firebombing didn't go as well as planned because the DNA was able to be pulled from the mason jar that you used in a firebombing.
Wait, because he touched it, or did he like lick it,
I don't know what he did to the mason jar, man.
or he did other stuff to the mason jar?
Whatever it was, I guess, yeah.
I've never tried a mason jar.
That nougat center.
Mhm.
Creamy nougat center.
But you got so bored with your attack that during the attack you also partly ate a burrito.
Wonderful, right?
Not fully ate a burrito. It's like while you're throwing the mason jar, you're just like, I'm just going to eat this burrito. But now I'm too full, so I can't eat the whole burrito, so I'm going to leave the rest of it here.
Where did the DNA come from?
Off of his bite marks on the burrito.
It didn't blow up very well, did it?
No, the mason jar. That's the thing. The mason jar that was used in the firebombing didn't blow. Then my last thing. Your anti-abortion group. So to fight them, the people against abortion, you're going to go set them on fire?
Makes sense, don't it?
Except you're not.
What kind of stupid person are you? Obviously, that answers all of my questions
Good day,
here
mate.
in this story.
Oh my God, that's the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Just don't partly eat a burrito. Don't firebomb an anti-abortion clinic. And if you do, make sure that the mason jar burns up with the rest of it.
Well, I mean, but that's what's supposed to blow up, right?
Right.
And the burrito with it.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Let's go from there to New York where, man, so Anna Corey Watson she was in her kitchen looking out her backyard.
She hot?
I don't know.
I assume she was.
She glanced out her window. This was in, can't believe this is a place. Wappingers Falls. Wappingers Falls.
I feel like we should do a show there.
Anyway, so this is Wappingers Falls. That's New York. This lady lives there, so I know it's a place. And she looks outside, and in her backyard, there's a bear.
Oh, Jesus.
There's a bear. Now, this bear gets into her backyard, and it starts playing with the soccer ball, kicking it around.
A bear.
Doing some soccer. She's got it all on the YouTube video.
The cocaine bear?
So it's kicking around the soccer ball. And then the bear climbs up onto the kid's trampoline and just starts hipping around. The bear.
The bears.
She records the whole thing.
Bears.
So, I mean, the bear goes away, but, I don't think I would leave my kids outside to play with the soccer ball or jump on the trampoline.
I mean, I might.
Because, what if the bear comes back and wants to join in some fun?
Some crunchy dessert?
Yeah, now it's got a trampoline built in with snacks.
What candy bar do you call that?
I don't know.
Is that a Charleston Chew?
No, it's a Wappinger bar.
Oh, I'd eat that.
Wappinger bar.
Wappinger.
Note to all people in Florida, especially Volusia County Principal. If Elon Musk contacts you and says he'll give you $1 million, but you have to give him $100,000 first via Twitter, it's probably not Elon Musk. So,
seriously?
yes.
People fell for this?
So a principal of a charter school
And it was a charter school.
resigned after writing $100,000 check to an internet scammer posing as Elon Musk. Dr. Jan McGee. Dr. Jan McGee.
Colby, what did we say? People are getting dumber.
So this could also be included on the stupidest things I found on the internet today.
Uh-huh.
Dr. Jan.
Dr. Jan fell for the internet scam because she thought she was talking to Elon Musk, who said, hey, give me $100,000. And she was like, cool.
Cool. Here you go.
Cool.
Wait, she had $100,000 laying around?
No, it's the school's money.
Oh, she took the school's money.
So you're a doctor too, then?
I should do that too. Do we have $100,000? I want to talk to Elon Musk.
Right. And finally, Gregory A. Locke. He's 33. He's also a former judge. The reason why he's a former judge is because he's been showing fans his body of evidence for years on OnlyFans.
Wow.
Guilty as charged.
So, according to his OnlyFans bio, Locke describes himself as a white-collar professional by day and a very unprofessional by night.
Idiots.
He goes on to note that his content is always amateur, always raw, and always slutty.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Can you imagine if this guy handed you a guilty sentence and you realize that after he got done like sentencing you to prison, he went and showed off his gavel to his jurors?
Wait.
His gavel, huh?
Showed off his gavel.
His gavel.
Yeah,
To his, we gotta do air quotes, to his jurors.
correct.
Colby, I want to do an OnlyFans.
I mean, sure.
You want to help me?
No, I'm not going to help you with your OnlyFans.
Gary, you want to help me with my OnlyFans?
I'm okay.
I need a producer.
You better get a ring light.
Also might need a body double.
And by the way, coming up in next news and notes, we will be going through the story of Thomas, 71, who was the first person to receive a penis transplant.
Damn it.
He's let all of his story out, and we will be there to review it.
Wait, does that need to be news and notes or its own segment?
It might need to be its own segment.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Because at one point during his life, he looked down and said, I don't have one. Then he looked down later and he's like, I've got a new one.
This is the best drop for this, though.
Haven't we all dreamed of that day?
That we had a new one?
That we had no.
I don't have one, and now I haven't. Like, I feel like everybody's thought of that.
But I have one.
Yeah.
Do you though?
Really, honestly, if I ended up having to go through that, part of me would be staring at it and going, but I'm actually touching somebody else's penis right now. They're just dead.
They're dead.
Right. So I'm touching a dead man's penis.
But it's attached to you.
Uh-huh.
But can it? Okay.
Tim, there's a dead man's penis attached to you.
All right. Is it bigger than the one I had before? Then I'm in.
According to Johnny?
Then I'm in.
Yes.
Well, Johnny's blind, by the way. We have to do that. Hey, that's our show for tonight. We appreciate everybody that made this one possible.
Your penis.
Thanks to Turf Life. Thanks to the Highlands Performance Golf Center. And thank
Horrible
you.
spot for sponsors.
Thank you.
After all of it.
We used to do that on purpose back in the day. Remember that?
Uh-huh.
And thank you to Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. For Colby, for Gary, I'm IndyCarTim. We'll be back on Monday. I forgot what day it was. With another Colby Sapp IndyCarTim show. Until then, boys and girls, we'll see you.